This is Nationwide 90 FM, owned and operated by Nationwide News Network Limited. We broadcast from our studios at 14 Ocean Boulevard in the Digicel Center, downtown Kingston, Jamaica, transmitting on the FM 90 band, 90.3 from Peters Rock in St. Andrew and Murphy Hill in St. Anne, serving Kingston and St. Andrew, St. Catherine, St. Anne, parts of Clarendon, St. Mary and St. Thomas. 90.5 from Huntley in Manchester, transmitting to St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, Manchester, Clarendon, rural St. Andrew and parts of St. Thomas, and 90.7 from Cooper's Hill in St. Andrew and Flower Hill in St. James, serving Westmoreland, Hanover, St. James, sections of Trelawney, Kingston, St. Catherine, Clarendon, St. Mary, Portland and St. Anne. Nationwide 90 FM also broadcast on YouTube at Nationwide 90 FM Live and on Flow at Channel 916. Nationwide 90 FM, a new revolution in media.
You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
6 o'clock. From the studios of Nationwide Radio, morning radio the right way. It's Nationwide This Morning. Very good morning to you. I'm Tawna Thomas. Coming up in the news at 6 for this morning, Friday, May 8, 2026. Mocha launches probe into a video showing a man making threats against administrative staff of Stella Maris Prep School. St. Elizabeth Police charged to maintain efforts to reduce homicide numbers in the parish. Fresh dispute over evidence and identification of a deceased man surfaced in the Clansman gang trial on Thursday. In regional news, British Virgin Islands to introduce immigration quota system. In international news, Starmer says he's not going to walk away as early English Council results show Labour losses and reform gains. In sports, Khadija Bunny Shaw has been named the 2026 Women's Football Player of the Year. And in business, Trump threatens EU with much higher tariffs. The details after the break.
Are you ready to turn your sales and marketing skills into high earnings? Nationwide 90 FM is searching for business development executives to help us grow our business and build lasting client relationships. If you have experience across all stages of the sales cycle and possess strong communication, negotiation, and time management skills with a proven sales track record, this opportunity is perfect for you. Join our team and work with the top corporate brands, media agencies, and of course, our on-air personalities. Enjoy networking opportunities, professional growth, and competitive commissions. Ready to take the next step? Send your resume to hr@nationwidenewsnetwork.com today.
Catch the first news of the day. A comprehensive package of local, international, sports, and business news. The news at 6 on Nationwide 90 FM.
Now to the details. A probe is underway by the major organized crime and anti-corruption agency MOCA into a video showing a man making threats against administrative staff of Stella Maris Prep School in St. Andrew. The video has been making the rounds on social media. It depicts a man wearing a black mask and holding what appears to be a firearm in his hand. Another item that looks like another pistol is on the ground next to the word Stacy and the abbreviation FMS. Using an automated voiceover, the unidentified man issues several threats against the school staff in relation to an alleged $50 million debt owed to his so-called boss. Another St. Andrew-based school is mentioned in the video. MOCA's Director of Communications, Major Basil Jarrett, says the matter is being treated with urgency.
The matter is currently with our investigative team. Obviously, there's not much that I can say at this early juncture, except to confirm to the public that we are treating the matter with the greatest seriousness and with the greatest urgency.
Major Basil Jarrett, MOCA's Director of Communications. In an email sent to parents on Thursday, Principal of Stella Maris Prep, Sister Mary Joseph, says that the video has also been reported to the Office of the Police Commissioner. Sister Joseph says that the school will remain open as investigations continue. She's urging parents not to share the video with their children. Now, Commanding Officer for the St. Elizabeth Police, Superintendent Coleridge Minto, has charged lawmen in the parish to maintain their strategic efforts to reduce homicide numbers. He was addressing a police awards ceremony in the division on Thursday.
At the end of 2025, we ended the year with 18 murders, the lowest murder rate in over 25 years. We are now almost mid-year, and the division has already recorded 10 murders. It's 10 too many lives that have been lost. And so I charge the officers who are present that we will need to double our efforts. We look at our strategies, increase our intelligence in this space. We will have to continue to work with our stakeholders, our citizens, to ensure that those who are committing criminal activities, they are held to justice.
St. Elizabeth is one of 10 police divisions in Jamaica to record 10 or fewer murders so far in 2026. The division is also seeing reductions in shooting, rapes, robberies, and break-ins. Superintendent Minto also announced enhanced surveillance measures for Treasure Beach.
That geographic space in the Treasure Beach area is now earmarked thanks to the citizens who will be installing cameras across a number of the roadways and areas that help with the surveillance of the space. And so I want to thank the citizens for their support and to say to St. Elizabeth, your partnership is important as we work with you to ensure that the division remains one of the safest parishes in the country.
Superintendent Coleridge Minto, Commanding Officer for the St. Elizabeth Police Division. A fresh dispute over critical evidence and identification of a deceased man surfaced in the Clansman gang trial on Thursday. This as defense attorneys challenged attempts by prosecutors to link a murder victim to a crime scene. Robin Williams reports.
The issue arose while a detective sergeant was testifying about his role in the investigation into the August 14, 2017 shooting along Ripon Road in St. Andrew. The incident left Kevin Green dead and another man injured. Alleged gang leader Tesha Miller, along with Rolando Hall and Michael Wildman, are charged in relation to the case. The witness told the court that shortly after midnight on August 15, 2017, he responded to information from the Police Emergency Control Center. While on the scene, he observed a cordoned-off area with spent casings, what appeared to be blood on the roadway, a vehicle crashed into a vending cart, and a motorcycle was also seen nearby. He later went to the Kingston Public Hospital, where he spoke with an injured man. The witness then returned to the crime scene and later visited the morgue, where he observed a body on a table. Tensions escalated when the witness testified that he had a driver's license bearing the name Kevin Omar Green, which he said he received from a first responder at the scene. Defense attorney Paul Gentles immediately objected, arguing that no such document had been disclosed to the defense. Gentles told the court, "This is the very thing we are objecting to, the introduction of the content of a document that's not in evidence," adding that it was the first time the defense was hearing about the license nearly 9 years after the incident. The prosecution responded saying the disclosures given to the defense included references to this material and argued that the evidence was not being introduced to prove its truth. But Gentles insisted the Crown was attempting to establish what he described as a Bish nexus, a direct link between the deceased and the alleged victim through improper means. He argued that earlier witnesses had failed to definitively connect the body seen at the scene to the one examined at the morgue, suggesting the prosecution was now trying to build that link through the back door. The detective sergeant later told the court that he recognizes the body at the morgue as the same person depicted on the driver's license. He also confirmed that he attended a post-mortem on September 4, 2017 and recorded the deceased's name based on information provided by a woman said to be his common-law spouse. The trial continues on Friday. Robeanne Williams for Nationwide News.
Auditor General Pamela Monroe Ellis is asking for additional resources to carry out her mandate. That's the recommendation of the committee. Let's read that again. Provide Auditor General Pamela Monroe Ellis with additional resources to carry out her mandate. That's the recommendation of the committee that reviewed the governance structure of the University Hospital of the West Indies, UHWI. Siobhan Campbell tells us more.
The Auditor General's Department is the chief watchdog of the government's fiscal operations, ensuring compliance with governance rules. However, it's becoming evident that the department is struggling to keep pace with the growing demands of the expanding public sector. A 6-member panel charged with reviewing the UHWI's governance structures found that the AG's department faces resource limitations that impede its ability to adequately carry out the required follow-up oversight. The committee has recommended that the government consider giving the department more funding so it can expand its reach. This includes, for instance, conducting follow-up audits, which are a routine aspect of internal audit systems. It was a special report by the Auditor General which highlighted the severe governance shortfalls at the UHWI as it has in other public bodies. Parliament's Public Accounts Committee reviewed the report and tasked Pamela Monroe Ellis to conduct a follow-up report on the hospital. But Mrs. Monroe Ellis sought to make it clear that the demands of her office mean that the report is unlikely in the near future.
Mr. Chairman, I understand your desire to have some level of comfort and better particulars around this matter, but I really have to emphasize that I just do not have the manpower right now. We have other audits that we're seeking to complete, and it's actually this audit team that is involved, and it will have a ripple effect.
The review committee says many of the issues identified in the AG's report may not have taken place had proper compliance operations been able to effectively extend their reach and management to the UHWI. The committee believes the challenges at the UHWI are likely emblematic of governance challenges elsewhere within the public sector. However, during the same PAC meeting, Mrs. Monroe Ellis pointed to the additional demands of Hurricane Melissa and the Cornwall Regional Hospital Restoration Audit as priority items.
I can draw your attention to the overview of the UHWI report, where I indicated that UHWI report is really part of a larger audit looking at the public health, and Cornwall Regional Health Authority is one. That audit has already been impacted because of the near-time audit of the Hurricane Melissa initiative that we're doing that is really consuming a lot of our resources. And it is necessary for us to wrap those audits up to move on, which is why I'm asking for time to allow the team to complete the review of the Hurricane Melissa initiative, which is quite time consuming, as well as the Cornwall Regional Hospital.
Siobhan Campbell for Nationwide News.
Government Senator Auburn Hill hopes that the debate in the upper house on the bill seeking to establish the National Reconstruction and Resilience Authority, NARA, will proceed in a civil manner. The upper house will resume debate on the bill this Friday morning.
I expect that it will be longer than normal Senate meetings. Most people will want to have to state and go on record on a view. And I think that's totally democratic. That's how it should work. But it shouldn't be that when you don't get your way, especially when you didn't win in a general election, you try and lock down the place. I am against that.
NARA will serve as the central coordinating entity for post-hurricane reconstruction designed to eliminate bureaucracy, fragmentation, and project delays. The legislation to establish the authority was passed along party lines in the lower house on April 29. This followed a marathon sitting that was marred by MP for South West St. Andrew, Dr. Angela Brown-Burke, being suspended from the House after she removed the parliamentary mace from its place in the chamber. The bill's fate now lies in the Senate. Government Senator Dr. Dana Morse-Dixon opened the debate in the upper house last week. Senator Hill has hailed NARA as a critical entity that will be held to proper account.
We cannot, after a Category 5 hurricane, allow our feet to be tied. We have to act. Andrew Holness has led that NARA program. I've sat in cabinet, watched him go through it, and we brought it forward, and we're going to act on it because Jamaicans require it. This country can't wait to go through every single process, and yet at the same time, we cannot not be accountable. And there are lots of accountability portals to look at us. The Integrity Commission, the Cabinet, the Parliament, the committees of the Auditor General. So no, I think it's ready to go, and we are going to make sure we work hard and making it work for Jamaican people.
Auburn Hill, a government senator. The Jamaica Beach Birthright Environmental Movement, JABEM, says NARA will pose serious risks to coastal communities across the island. The group made the assertion in a statement on Thursday. It says the NARA bill contains structural flaws that will expose informal coastal communities to permanent land dispossession. JABEM says it has filed a detailed parliamentary submission with the Senate and the House of Representatives. The submission called for 10 targeted amendments to the bill. These include mandatory pre-development surveys, the removal of step-in orders that permit ministerial interference, as well as free and informed consent from coastal communities as a precondition for projects affecting their land. JABEM says the NARA bill, as drafted, could permanently destroy land rights. The group says while it supports Reconstruction, it is demanding that the people affected are not erased in the process. Attorney Hugh Waldman is raising concerns about what he describes as a belief within the Governor General's office and sections of the public service that officers can be dismissed at pleasure. Waldman represents former press secretary to the Governor General, Sonia Sims, who previously filed a constitutional claim against the government over her alleged unlawful removal from her post at King's House.
There's a notion, it seems to me, at the GG's office and elsewhere in the public service that public officers can be dismissed at pleasure, as if it is a private contract. They have taken the step to terminate her service de facto, as opposed to de jure. So they sent her home, and at the end of it, they believe that by doing so, she's left without a remedy. And so for so many years, she would have been deprived of her salaries and other benefits. And so she came to us, and having come to us, we decided that the way to go forward with this matter is to file a constitutional motion.
Waldman argues that Sims' case is not isolated. He claims that similar actions have been taken against staff at the Governor General's office in the past. Sims is seeking more than $31 million in unpaid wages, dating back to January 2022. The claim was adjourned in March 2026 after the state's legal team reportedly indicated a willingness to settle. But Waldman says the government's attorneys have yet to submit a formal response in that regard.
On two occasions, they indicated that they want to settle the matter. The last occasion, they came and they indicated that yes, they want to settle. And so we were waiting on them to send their proposal for settlement. Nothing forthcoming. So we decided to take the initiative and to send them what our package is in terms of total salary and emolument. And we wrote to them, have it delivered in the way it is to be delivered. We reached out to them by several telephone calls, nobody responding, and it remains just like that. I've been told the court that they want to settle the matter and cause the court to adjourn the proceedings to accommodate the settlement. That's a serious indictment on the office of the Attorney General.
Hugh Waldman, attorney at law, he was speaking during Nationwide at 5 on Thursday. And that's it for the local segment of the news. Up next, regional and international.
It's This Morning on Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
6:18.
This station raised me. It gave me a voice. And if Nationwide has ever meant something to you, come on in. Join the Nationwide 90 FM Family Club today on Patreon.
In regional and international news this morning, regional news, the government of the British Virgin Islands is taking steps to introduce an immigration quota setting system for residence or belonger permits. This as part of planned amendments to the Immigration and Passport Act. According to the Ministry of Financial Services, Economic Development and Digital Transformation, quotas will be tied to economic, labor, housing, and demographic data. It says the new approach will create a formal link between immigration and national planning. As part of the move, a committee has been tasked with analyzing population trends, labor market conditions, and housing availability. The committee will also monitor outcomes and recommend adjustments where necessary. International news in the UK, the ruling Labour Party has suffered early losses in local council elections, with Reform and Greens picking up seats in former Labour heartlands. But Prime Minister Keir Starmer appears defiant, declaring he's not going to walk away. The anti-immigration Reform UK party, led by Nigel Farage, is the main beneficiary of Labour losses so far. It has gained 382 council seats in England and could form the main opposition party in Scotland and in Wales. With 45 out of 136 councils having declared results by 8 a.m. GMT, the Labour Party had already lost 258 council seats, leaving it with a total of 253 so far. Labour has so far maintained overall control of 10 councils, but has lost control of 8. The former ruling Conservative Party has also taken heavy losses, losing 158 seats so far, mostly to Reform candidates. Meanwhile, the Green Party has gained 27 seats, giving it a total of 51, and the Liberal Democrats have gained 35 seats, giving them a total of 241. And that's it for regional and international. Up next, sports.
Mega Mart, best value by far. You can get it all here at Mega Mart. Mega Mart, best value by far. You can get it all here at Mega Mart. My Mega Mart, the best value by far. My Mega Mart, the best value by far.
From the biggest tracks to the biggest energy, Nationwide keeps it moving. If you love the vibes, come and lock in with us for real.
World boss, leave a prison could stop me.
Join the Nationwide 90 FM Family Club today on Patreon.
Practice. God me say you watch you over me practice.
Imagine designing something unique, something personal, something bigger than just a dream. A reality designed by you, just for you. With Sagicor Lifestyle Approved Retirement Scheme, you can design the life you want to live. With tax-deferred savings of up to 20% of your income, you'll have the opportunity to do what you've always wanted to do. A reality designed by you. Call 888 Sagicor today. Conditions apply.
Time now for your morning sports. We begin with football news. Jamaica's Khadija Bunny Shaw has been named the 2026 Women's Football Player of the Year in England following a stellar season. The Manchester City striker secured the award after scoring 18 goals in 19 Women's Super League games, leading her team to its first league title in a decade. Shaw, who also won the Player of the Year award in the 2023-24 season, could put her team in a position to lift the domestic double when they face Chelsea in the FA Cup semi-finals on Sunday. Shaw is also the subject of a £1 million contract to Chelsea at the end of the season. Jamaica Kingsmen captain Rothman Powell says he's looking forward to sharing the dressing room with former West Indies star Andre Russell. The two have been selected to play for the newest franchise in the Caribbean Premier League CPL. Powell says Russell is his biggest inspiration.
I've said it countless times. It wasn't hard for me. It was easy because, one of the biggest inspiration, biggest motivation was seeing J. Russ. We came from similar backgrounds, similar communities. From my standpoint, I didn't have to look outside. It was always there. It started with his work ethic. That is something that I try to emulate. And also I try also on the appearance thing. From I was young, they said that I am a little bit, we look alike.
Powell revealed that during his time at Old Harbour High, he was a standout track and field athlete.
For me, it was mainly track and field, and I've done well at it. But, I realized that there comes a time when you have to make a decision. The decision was between track and field and cricket. And thank God I chose cricket.
Rothman Powell, the CPL is set for August 7 to September 20, 2026. Now, 3 key members of Jamaica's failed World Cup qualifying campaign have already indicated that they will not be available for the Unity Cup tournament in the UK at the end of the month. Aston Villa winger Leon Bailey, Bobby D. Cordova-Reid of Leicester City, and Ethan Pinnock of Brentford City have all told the JFF they'll not play in this tournament scheduled for Charlton's Valley Stadium. The 24-man squad, which will feature several young players, will assemble in England on May 24. The local contingent will depart the island on May 23, which is one day before the Red Nephew Jamaica Premier League final. 6 players from the Premier League are expected to be in the squad, and those will be allowed to play in the final and then travel to England on May 25, 2 days before Jamaica takes on India in their first game. The full Jamaica squad is expected to be released early next week. Finally, in your morning sports, world number 1 tennis player Jannik Sinner of Italy says players are not getting the respect they deserve. The top 10 players are demanding a higher percentage of the revenue generated by the 4 slams, as well as benefit contributions and a greater say in areas such as scheduling. Sinner says the players give much more than they get back out of the sport. Grand Slam executives are currently limited in what they can discuss among themselves or with the players, and they have been the subject of a lawsuit brought by the Professional Tennis Players Association, which accuses them of monopolistic control. Sinner expressed his disappointment at the 9.5% prize money offered by this month's French Open, as the players believe the total sum is still some way below the 22% of tournament revenue they feel entitled to. The financial pot at last year's US Open rose by 20%, with the figure for January's Australian Open nearly 16% higher year on year. Sinner stopped short of committing himself to boycotting one of the slams. And that's it for your morning sports.
Attention bargain hunters and DIY lovers. Get ready for the Sherwin-Williams yard sale happening May 8 and 9, starting at 9 a.m. sharp. Location, Sherwin-Williams head office, White Marl, St. Catherine. We're clearing out the warehouse at unbelievable discounts. Perfect for your next home improvement project, refresh, or creative makeover. From quality paints to great finds, this is your chance to save big on trusted Sherwin-Williams products. Doors open at 9 a.m., so come early, May 8 and 9. Sherwin-Williams yard sale. Great products, great prices, don't miss it.
For 25 years, Digicel has been keeping Jamaica better connected. From late night calls to the texts, clicks, and moments that keep us close. Celebrating 25 years. Digicel, powered by you, connected by us.
In business this morning, President Donald Trump has threatened much higher tariffs on the European Union by July 4 if the bloc fails to cancel its levies on the U.S. After a phone call with European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, Trump said he agreed to give the EU until America's anniversary date to effect the changes. Hours after the threat, a U.S. trade court ruled Trump's latest 10% global tariffs were not justified under U.S. trade law, which could allow future court challenges. A trade deal was struck by von der Leyen and Trump in July last year, but progress on enacting it stumbled on Wednesday after talks between EU lawmakers and governments ended without an agreement. Von der Leyen said on X on Thursday that the bloc was making good progress towards tariff reduction ahead of Trump's deadline. She said both sides remain fully committed to its implementation. Under the agreement, U.S. tariffs on exports from the EU would be 15%. Trump had threatened tariffs of 30% on European goods. Oil prices rose on Friday after the U.S. and Iran exchanged fire in the Strait of Hormuz. The U.S. said it made self-defense strikes in response to what it called unprovoked Iranian attacks as U.S. ships were heading out of the Gulf through the strait south of Iran. Iran said the U.S. had violated the ceasefire agreed in April. The global benchmark Brent crude rose almost 3% to nearly $103 a barrel at one point, before falling back to around $100. Despite the attacks, U.S. President Donald Trump said on Friday the U.S.-Iran ceasefire is still in place. Iranian state media has reported that the situation is now back to normal. In foreign exchange trading this morning, the Jamaican dollar has lost 26 cents and will open against the benchmark U.S. dollar, selling for an average $158.74. Against the Canadian, the Jamaican has lost $2.62 and will open selling for an average $118.07. And finally, the Jamaican has lost 89 cents and will begin trading for an average $216.39 against the British pound. That's it for business this morning.
It's This Morning on Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
6:31.
For 25 years, Digicel has been keeping Jamaica better connected. From late night calls to the texts, clicks, and moments that keep us close. Celebrating 25 years. Digicel, powered by you, connected by us.
District 81 Caribbean Toastmasters Conference comes to Jamaica May 13 to 17 at the AC Hotel in Kingston. Under the theme, Caribbean Roots Igniting a Bold Future. Register today at Eventbrite for a raft of educational sessions, speech contests, opening ceremony, gala presentation, and more. Caribbean Toastmasters Conference, where Caribbean leaders and speakers level up and where you can too. Join us, be empowered and inspired. For information, call 876-325-5383.
Morning after morning, you've made Nationwide 90 FM part of your routine. So let's take this connection one step closer. Join the Nationwide 90 FM Family Club and be part of it officially on Patreon.
Family.
For 25 years, Digicel has been keeping Jamaica better connected. From late night calls to the texts, clicks, and moments that keep us close.
Hi, babes.
A network built in Jamaica for Jamaicans. But connection has never been just about the network. It's about the people behind every hello.
Yo, my general.
Celebrating 25 years. Digicel, powered by you, connected by us.
patient. I gotta handle you just right. You know what I mean. I took you to an intimate restaurant. Vendor suggested movie. There's nothing left to talk about. Blessings horizontally. Let's get physical, physical. I wanna get physical. Let's get into physical. Let me hear your body talk. Body talk. Let me hear your body talk. Let's get physical, physical. I wanna get physical. Let's get into physical. Let me hear your body talk. Body talk. Let me hear your body talk. I've been patient. I've been good. Tried to keep my hands on the table. It's getting hard, just holding back. You know what I mean. I'm sure you understand my point of view. We know each other mentally. You gotta know that you're bringing out the animal in me. Let's get physical, physical. I wanna get physical. Let's get into physical. Let me hear your body talk. Body talk. Let me hear your body talk. Let's get physical, physical. I wanna get physical. Let's get into physical. Let me hear your body talk. Your body talk. Let me hear your body talk. Some boys kiss me, some boys hug me. I think they're okay. If they don't give me proper credit, I just walk away. They can beg and they can plead, but they can't see the light. That's right. 'Cause the boy with the cold hard cash is always Mr. Right. 'Cause we are living in a material world.
And I know a material girl. Cause we are living in a material world. And I know a material girl. What kind of material?
Am I know?
What kind of cloth?
Some boys romance, some boys don't. That's alright.
Listen, Google got it right this morning. Google got it right.
What am I saying?
So, as you know, we're talking about Sir David sometime this week.
Attenborough.
Yeah, so he's 100 years old
Yes.
today.
Yes.
Today's his birthday.
Yes.
And Google did this cool thing where if you Google his name,
Yeah.
what pops up is like pictures of gorillas and vegetation.
Yeah.
And then in the middle it says, thank you, Sir David, 100 years old. There's a whale at the top. So different animals pop up on the
That
screen.
he would have been describing in their habitats.
So they didn't get it right on Earth Day.
Yeah.
Because they did nothing for Earth Day.
Yeah.
On the home page. But today.
They did right today.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, for
There you
Sir
go.
David. 100 years old today. Fabulous. Yeah, let's see what BBC does as they celebrate his 100th. Yeah, but I'm a big fan.
We all are. We all are. You know, from the other day, I noticed Gleister Hall. See here, Gleister Hall greet me this morning. He said, Independent Senator, Honorable Mr. George Davis, MBE, JP, PhD.
Good morning, Clifton.
Hey, I'm up to something,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm up to something, man. This man has never been complimentary to me in 20 years of radio.
Yeah.
All of a sudden.
How go on?
We don't know how go on, but I hear you, sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning to you, Gleister Hall, Archie Bunker, Clive, Dr. Clive George Mortley. Yeah? Good morning to you.
Yes.
You know, look at me. Look at this thing.
No, I admit it's kind of bad color. Town, it's a white shirt. It's supposed to be white, but it's kind of bad color. But work with it, man.
Yeah.
So I bought this shirt in a place called Johor Bahru.
Johor Bahru?
Yeah, so Johor Bahru is on the border of Singapore and Malaysia.
Okay. Yeah.
So we're actually flown to Singapore, and we took the ferry across to Malaysia to do shopping. Because them say the shopping there is they say the money stretch, you know, the money get elasticity where it don't have those properties in Singapore, eh? So we went and the thing and I saw them and I said, nah man. So, you know, I took it and things. So this was in 2004.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've worn it a dozen times. But you know how men are when we are wash and we have colored and we just dash everything in the machine. And I want to wash, you understand? So I've had it 22 years later. I'm still this Manchester United, still rocking this Manchester United shirt.
The quality looks really good.
I'm on 22 years later.
Is that embroidery?
Yeah, man.
Manchester United?
The logo, yeah. Yeah, man.
Stitched,
yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, man.
It's good quality.
Yeah, man, good quality.
Like country people that say tick.
A tick. You understand? And like the fast fashion now where you wear it 2 times and wash it that and it start out. You know, as my grandma say, start raveling out.
Nah, that's not one of those.
So yeah. So big up 22 years of Manchester United gear. So the word this morning is that at 100, Sir David has hit the milestone. And as you spoke about the motif that Google did for him, my mind went, of course, to Crocodile Hunter, Steve Irwin. You know what I mean? Because he too was unique. Of course, didn't last as long as Sir David is lasting. Not even is lasting. But, you know, same kind of fellow. Our colleagues have jumped the shark, as the Americans would say, or the Australians. I think it's the Australians who say jump the shark, yeah. And they have dropped something on the Hill and Gully rhythm. I saw Mahiri and Shaloy going great guns the other evening, and they've picked up some traction in the social media. And I don't know if it's their fans or whomever saying that, you know, boy, they might give you X amount of time to respond. And I'm saying, respond. No. We set standards. Standards are set on this show. So, and then, you know, when I answer like that now, it's almost like, you know, running by your colleagues. And we can't do that. So we're not going to set up against each other. And even so, the standards are set here. And the comment section knows. So allow our friends to enjoy themselves and to luxuriate in the praises that they've been getting.
I love it.
Yeah, man, kind of bad.
The laugh I laughed. I said, who came up with the line about brown bread and face?
My ear. Yeah, so it's very good, very creative.
Yeah, throwing in the current affairs into the song. Yeah, you would expect that from a practitioner.
That's right. But are we set standard? And I don't know about responding. I don't know. What? Listen, you know, we had a mission to record the thing for me, but we haven't had the time.
Right.
Because the days get, you know, they all both all do all kind of something. But we'll do that. And
we will.
Yeah, the Hill and Gully rhythm, all right.
What do you think?
Stephen, you know, so anything Stephen make good. I must say though that.
How about what it has brought back, really?
Oh yes.
So many content creators now drawing back into the culture.
Yeah.
You're seeing folks who are making what would you call it now? Tutorials about how to do the Jamaican folk dances, the Dinky Mini and the Brookings and all of that. So that part of it is awesome, that so many folks are drawing back on the culture. Gen Zers now, you see, making content, doing those older type of dances because of what the genius has done with this rhythm. I love that.
You know, yeah. I mean, Stephen can't make nothing foolish. So there you go. Yeah. I often wonder though when people say, you know, bring back the culture, because, and maybe it's because I pay rapt attention to it, but it's evident in everything we do. To me. And that's not to go against the point you make.
But I think it's lost on some of the younger people. Yeah. I think that is it, because as I said, the content that you're seeing online, George, are the young content creators who, on a typical day, you would not see them delving into that aspect of Jamaican life and culture.
Yeah.
So, and they're the ones that are out there flooding the social media space with that sort of content and making the tutorial videos about how you should do the brookings or whatever. Yeah. A regular Friday in Jamaica, you wouldn't see that. Yeah.
Tell me something now. This iShowSpeed fellow. You've seen the videos of him elsewhere.
Yes.
You sure you've seen the videos of him elsewhere?
Yes.
Okay. I saw one
I've seen a few.
yesterday and I was saying, whoa.
In Jamaica?
No, man. I think he was in Vincy.
Oh.
I'm going to say,
a barking video?
No, man. He was...
Somebody trying to kiss him?
No. Somebody, you mean a girl? No. He was dancing. He was whining.
Yes.
Yes. And I said to myself, wait a minute. Well, yeah.
Okay, perhaps you need to show me this off air.
Yes. Yeah. But the youngsters and those who associate closely with youngsters, they are goo goo gaga for him. He's here.
He is here.
And
I believe he arrived yesterday.
Yeah, man. So, yeah.
Yeah. It's a whole thing.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. And each Caribbean country is trying to outdo the other Caribbean country. Like, who can show iShowSpeed the best time ever?
Please.
So
the best time ever is to come, and him there the right place.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, with respect to our CARICOM brothers and sisters, the thing Lily. Okay. Relative to us, the thing Lily.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lily, man.
Yeah,
Lily.
so I don't know what his itinerary looks like. I don't know how long he will be here, but I'm sure that I will see the clips. He posts on social media, other people post, and I hear his live stream goes for a while.
Yeah, man.
Showing what he's doing in the different Caribbean countries. So
He'll be, yeah.
How about this? Listen, you go places, you have a huge following as iShowSpeed does.
Yes.
You're putting the different countries on the map.
Absolutely.
Great for tourism, no problem.
Yeah. I would say he's putting our Caribbean colleagues on the map.
Because Jamaica.
Every day. Every day. You know, and it's when you talk about these things that, you know, people catch feelings. But you can remember so many memorable roles of Jamaicans in performed by Jamaicans in big movies, even in sitcoms, in series and everything. And I ask you to think about our Caribbean colleagues and which Trini or Vincentian or Grenadian or Guyanese you can think of and tell me. You see?
I'm going to think about it.
Yeah, and it's not better than, it's just a fact of Jamaica's status being, you know. I'd suggest to you that Jamaica is the one country that Speed will come to that he won't introduce to any audience. Nobody will watch him and say, oh, I saw Speed in this country called Jamaica. No.
Yeah.
You'll do that for one of the other countries, not here.
Yeah.
No, yes, sir, brother.
For sure.
But you're welcome still, no, brother. I want you to have a good time, and we want it to be good. Have you seen the backlash against the, what's her name? The girl I was telling you about, man, who was staying at the Airbnb.
The Brits.
Yeah, what's her name again?
Her name is slipping.
What's her name?
Traveling with Zoe.
Zoe. Oh my
dear.
gosh. I can't get over the comment about the Rastaman them on the tenement yard.
Listen. Here's the thing about Caribbean people. We will fuss with each other, you know, but make anybody come try fuss with one of us.
Yeah,
the whole Caribbean take you on, and that's exactly what has met Zoe.
All right.
Mayberry Investments Limited's new secured public bond offering offers a lucrative fixed interest rate of 10.50%. The time by Mayberry Investments Limited is
650.
JPS and Partners Cooperative Credit Union offers financial solutions for every stage in your life: savings, auto loans, mortgages, and more. The Temperature by JPS and Partners Cooperative Credit Union, your financial partner for life, is
26 degrees Celsius in Kingston, 25 degrees Celsius in Montego Bay, 22 degrees Celsius in Mandeville.
Digicel makes it easy. Surprise mom with a new Samsung device starting as low as $12,000 plus tax. Visit your nearest Digicel store today. Digicel, powered by you, connected by us.
Upgrade your home or business with Cameron Industries and Joinery Limited. Explore a range of termite-resistant plywood, quartz, solid surface, and granite. Experience timeless elegance with our cedar doors, crafted from premium cedar stock, kiln-dried for durability and beauty. For quality and craftsmanship, visit us at the Trade Center Kingston 10 or Hatfield, Mandeville. Call 876-963-0628-30. Cameron Industries and Joinery Limited. Transform your space today.
Transgem Highways is having a 50% Mother's Day discount on T-Tag packages. Get yours from the teller at the toll booth for only $1,250, including a $500 toll credit from May 4 to May 30, 2026. When you get your T-Tag, top up to keep using it. Choose whichever method of topping up is most convenient for you. Go through quicker with a T-Tag every time on Transgem Highways.
For 25 years, Digicel has been keeping Jamaica better connected. From late night calls to the texts, clicks, and moments that keep us close. Celebrating 25 years. Digicel, powered by you, connected by us.
Time now for Street Smarts 1 with Ludlow McLean. Good morning, Ludlow.
Morning, George. Morning, Tona.
Hey to you, Ludlow.
All our listeners and viewers, great morning to you all. It's bright and sunny, and vehicle movements are quite good. Those of you who are in the Kingston 8 Norbrook, going through Norbrook Road from the Manor Park area, going on to Norbrook Drive, Carmel Road, Upper Carmel Road, then on to Sunset Avenue. It's pretty good time to move. It's really free-flowing all the way down to places if you're going on Jacksonville Road or you're going around to Tavistock, then on to Millsborough Avenue, exiting onto Barbican. It's pretty good. No problems at all. And even coming from Olivia Road, onto Shorter Road, it's pretty good movement so far. Going on to Acadia Drive, it's also good. And the Rust Lights is moving good so far. It's building all the time though. And Barbican Road is a steady movement all the way around to East Kings House Road. Going further down towards Lady Musgrave Road, it's also good. Going towards Trafalgar Road in both directions. It's busy, but it's no delays there. And the lower section of Lady Musgrave Road connecting with Olop Road, once the light changes, the movement is also good. And if you're going across to places like Central Avenue, going across into the Swallowfield area, it's pretty good because also it is flowing steadily all the way to connect with Tomredka. It's our first report for the morning. Until 7:20, it's back to you, George.
Thank you, Ludlow. Ludlow there with Street Smarts 1. Up next, Word of the Day.
Your word of the day is spelled Halcyon, spelled Halcyon.
Halcyon. Halcyon. Halcyon.
Halcyon is your word of the day. It means calm, peaceful, happy, blissful, carefree. Halcyon is your word of the day. And let's see, dictionary.com telling us that the word was first recorded between 1350 and 1400. To use halcyon in a sentence, she often reminisced about the halcyon days of her childhood when life felt simple and carefree. Or during those early halcyon years, the company's potential for growth seemed unlimited. Another for you, the 1980s, or a halcyon era for snacking. Halcyon, your word of the day, meaning again, calm, peaceful, tranquil, happy, blissful, or carefree. Up next, your features at the top of the hour, the news.
Most parents forget to teach their children the simple skill of making friends. Usually because most children are friendly by nature. But what about those children who are not? In Parenting Tips today, ways to help your child make friends at school. Kids seem to have busier schedules than ever before as we shuffle them off from one activity or sport practice to another. Some can jump right into social situations while others struggle. Parents, start by teaching your child to introduce themselves. Here is self-government expert Nicolene Peck with ways on how to teach your child to introduce themselves.
The skill went like this. Look at the person, keep a calm face, voice, and body, extend your hand and say, "Hi, my name is," and "What is your name?" Right? Seems really basic, but sometimes children need to be taught just a basic skill like that. How do you introduce yourself to someone? How do you cross outside of that comfort zone? They need to know, so just practice with them.
Next, be a good example for your child.
How good are you at making friends? Do you reach out to people and say hello to other people when you're traveling on public transit or walking down the sidewalk? Do you strike up conversations occasionally with people at the supermarket? I mean, don't be overbearing or anything, but are you friendly and kind and willing to make eye contact and talk with other people? Well, if you are, then your children will learn to be that way too. Children are usually just as social as their parents are. So setting the example for social by having good friendships and by reaching out of your comfort zone and making friends with new people on a regular basis will be the best example for your children.
Ms. Peck says if your child is spending a lot of time on digital devices, reduce the child's contact with people. Ms. Peck notes that if your child can be friends with their siblings and cousins, they can make friends with anyone. For smaller children, setting up a play date with just one other child is often a good idea. If your child is older, you might open up the house by inviting the baseball team over for pizza and a movie. Be realistic about your child's unique personality and temperament, which guides how much social interaction they seek. Just because you have dozens of friends doesn't mean your child will too. It doesn't necessarily mean there's a problem. Some introverted children make a few really good friends instead of having many more casual friendships. Make it exciting and rewarding to practice trying new things. Even when your child is only making slow progress, make sure to reinforce their efforts. Acknowledge each small success and tell your child how proud you are that they keep trying. That's it for parenting tips. Until next time.
Fearless and fair, Nationwide 90 FM.
There are only 3 simple rules to remember when making introductions. This is Lifestyle Pages on Introductions. 1. A man is always presented to a woman, but with one exception. Example, Miss Jones, Mr. Brown, or Mrs. Thomas, may I present Mr. Brown? 2. A distinctly younger person is always presented to an older person. Mr. Older, Mr. Younger, or Mrs. Clark, Mr. Gray, or Mrs. Thomas, may I present Mr. Brown? Rule 3. A man or a woman is always presented to a very distinguished person. Mr. Great, may I present Mrs. Black? This rule also applies to business introduction. Miss Higher Up, your new employee, Miss Jones. In introducing members of your family to your friends, simply say, Mother, this is Betty Jones, or Mother, this is Miss Jones, or Father, Miss Jones. Other members of the family simply say, Miss Brown, may I introduce my husband or wife, or Miss Brown, my brother Ralph, or my sister Catherine. I'm Valerie, and those were Lifestyle Pages.
Nationwide 90 FM, continuing the tradition of fair, fearless, and factual reporting.
Distracted driving costs lives. Keep your eyes on the road and arrive alive. The time brought to you by the Jamaica Information Service is...
News time, 7 o'clock.
The most credible news in the morning. The news at 7 on Nationwide 90 FM.
Coming up in the news today, Friday, May 8, 2026, Mocha launches probe into a video showing a man making threats against administrative staff at Stella Maris Prep School. St. Elizabeth Police charged to maintain efforts to reduce homicide numbers in the parish. Fresh dispute over evidence and identification of a deceased man surfaced in the Clansman gang trial on Thursday. And in international news, Starmer says he's not going to walk away as early English Council results show Labour losses and reform gains.
If it's news, it's got to be Nationwide 90 FM.
Now to the details. A probe is underway by the major organized crime and anti-corruption agency MOCA into a video showing a man making threats against administrative staff at Stella Maris Prep School in St. Andrew. The video has been making the rounds on social media. It depicts a man wearing a black mask and holding what appears to be a firearm in his hand. Another item that looks like another pistol is on the ground next to the word Stacy and the abbreviation FMS. Using an automated voiceover, the unidentified man issues several threats against school staff in relation to an alleged $50 million debt owed to his so-called boss. Another St. Andrew-based school is mentioned in the video. MOCA's Director of Communications, Major Basil Jarrett, says the matter is being treated with urgency.
The matter is currently with our investigative team. Obviously, there's not much that I can say at this early juncture, except to confirm to the public that we are treating the matter with the greatest seriousness and with the greatest urgency.
Basil Jarrett, Director of Communications at MOCA. In an email sent to parents on Thursday, Principal of Stella Maris Prep, Sister Mary Joseph, says the video has also been reported to the Office of the Police Commissioner. She says the school will remain open as investigations continue. Sister Joseph is urging parents to not share the video with their children. Head of the St. Elizabeth Police, Superintendent Coleridge Minter, has charged the lawmen under his command to maintain strategic efforts to reduce homicide numbers in the parish. He was addressing a police awards ceremony in the division on Thursday.
At the end of 2025, we ended the year with 18 murders, the lowest murder rate in over 25 years. We are now almost mid-year, and the division has already recorded 10 murders. It's 10 too many lives that have been lost. And so I charge the officers who are present that we will need to double our efforts. We look at our strategies, increase our intelligence in the space. We will have to continue to work with our stakeholders, our citizens, to ensure that those who are committing criminal activities, they are held to justice.
St. Elizabeth is one of 10 police divisions in the country to record 10 or fewer murders so far in 2026. The division is also seeing reductions in shooting, rape, robbery, and break-ins. On Thursday, Superintendent Minto announced enhanced surveillance measures for Treasure Beach.
That geographic space in the Treasure Beach area is now earmarked thanks to the citizens who will be installing cameras across a number of the roadways and areas that help with the surveillance of the space. And so I want to thank the citizens for their support and to say to St. Elizabeth, your partnership is important as we work with you to ensure that the division remains one of the safest parishes in the country.
Coleridge Minter, commanding officer for the St. Elizabeth Police. Questions about missing records and fading memory were raised in the Clansman gang trial on Thursday as a senior police investigator was pressed under cross-examination about gaps in his documentation of a 2017 murder probe. The detective sergeant testified about his role in investigating the August 14, 2017 shooting on Ripon Road in St. Andrew. He came under sustained questioning from defense attorney Paul Gentles, who challenged the reliability of his recollection and record keeping. Robian Williams reports.
The detective sergeant told the court he had in fact prepared an initial statement in 2017, shortly after the incident, but could not recall the exact date. He said that statement formed part of a case file submitted to a registry. But when asked to account for a second statement done in 2026, nearly 9 years later, the witness said it was prepared at the request of a superior. Pressed further, the detective admitted he did not know what became of the original 2017 statement, the computer on which it was typed, or the notebook containing his contemporaneous notes. The exchange intensified as the defense questioned how the witness was able to prepare a fresh statement in 2026 without access to those materials. Mostly from memory, the detective responded, prompting further scrutiny given his involvement in numerous investigations over the years. Gentles also probed the handling of a driver's license the witness said he received from a first responder on the night of the incident. The witness testified that he examined the license at the scene and later handed it over to a relative of the deceased. The defense challenged that decision, suggesting that such an item could have evidentiary value and should have been formally logged, photographed, and preserved. The detective conceded that the origin of the license was not recorded in his 2026 statement and could not say definitively whether those details were captured in his earlier statement. When asked whether he made a diary entry regarding the license, the witness said he believed he did but could not provide a reference. Gentles suggested the detective was lying, a claim the witness rejected. He insisted, "I received that driver's license from the first responder on the night." Further questioning revealed that no arrests were made in the case and that the detective had no suspects during his tenure as an investigator. He also acknowledged uncertainty about whether he reviewed forensic reports related to the case at the time. He stated, "I know that we received forensic report, but I don't remember if I had read it at the time." The cross-examination forms part of the ongoing proceedings in the wide-ranging Clansman gang trial. The matter continues in the Supreme Court on Friday. Robeanne Williams for Nationwide News.
Provide Auditor General Pamela Monroe Ellis with additional resources to carry out her mandate. That's the recommendation of the committee that reviewed the governance structure at the University Hospital of the West Indies, UHWI. Chevon Campbell tells us more.
The Auditor General's department is the chief watchdog of the government's fiscal operations, ensuring compliance with governance rules. However, it's becoming evident that the department is struggling to keep pace with the growing demands of the expanding public sector. A 6-member panel charged with reviewing the UHWI's governance structures found that the AG's department faces resource limitations that impede its ability to adequately carry out the required follow-up oversight. The committee has recommended that the government consider giving the department more funding so it can expand its reach. This includes, for instance, conducting follow-up audits, which are a routine aspect of internal audit systems. It was a special report by the Auditor General which highlighted the severe governance shortfalls at the UHWI as it has in other public bodies. Parliament's Public Accounts Committee reviewed the report and tasked Pamela Monroe Ellis to conduct a follow-up report on the hospital. But Mrs. Monroe Ellis sought to make it clear that the demands of her office mean that the report is unlikely in the near future.
Mr. Chairman, I understand your desire to have some level of comfort and better particulars around this matter. But I really have to emphasize that I just do not have the manpower right now. We have other audits that we're seeking to complete, and it's actually this audit team that is involved, and it will have a ripple effect.
The review committee says many of the issues identified in the AG's report may not have taken place had proper compliance operations been able to effectively extend their reach and management to the UHWI. The committee believes the challenges at the UHWI are likely emblematic of governance challenges elsewhere within the public sector. However, during the same PAC meeting, Mrs. Monroe Ellis pointed to the additional demands of Hurricane Melissa and the Cornwall Regional Hospital restoration audit as priority items.
I can draw your attention to the overview of the UHWI report, where I indicated that UHWI report is really part of a larger audit looking at the public health, and Cornwall Regional Health Authority is one. That audit has already been impacted because of the near-time audit of the Hurricane Melissa initiative that we're doing that is really consuming a lot of our resources. And it is necessary for us to wrap those audits up to move on, which is why I'm asking for time to allow the team to complete the review of the Hurricane Melissa initiative, which is quite time-consuming, as well as the Cornwall Regional Hospital.
Siobhan Campbell for Nationwide News.
Thank you, Siobhan. Government Senator Aubin Hill hopes the debate in the upper house on the bill seeking to establish the National Reconstruction and Resilience Authority, NARA, will proceed in a civil manner. The upper house will resume debate on the bill this Friday morning.
I expect that it will be longer than normal Senate meetings. Most people will want to have to state and go on record on a view. And I think that's totally democratic. That's how it should work. But it shouldn't be that when you don't get your way, especially when you didn't win in a general election, you try and lock down the place. I am against that.
NARA will serve as the central coordinating entity for post-hurricane reconstruction and is designed to eliminate bureaucracy, fragmentation, and project delays. The legislation to establish the authority was passed along party lines in the lower house on April 29. This followed a marathon sitting that was marred by the removal of the mace from its place in the chamber by MP for Southwest St. Andrew, Dr. Angela Brown Burke. The bill's fate now lies in the Senate. Government Senator Dr. Dana Morris Dixon opened the debate in the upper house last week. Senator Hill has hailed NARA as a critical entity that will be held to proper account.
We cannot, after a Category 5 hurricane, allow our feet to be tied. We have to act. Andrew Holness has led that NARA program. I've sat in cabinet, watched him go through it, and we brought it forward, and we're going to act on it because Jamaicans require it. This country can't wait to go through every single process, and yet at the same time, we cannot not be accountable. And there are lots of accountability portals to look at us. The Integrity Commission, the Cabinet, the Parliament, the committees of the Auditor General. So no, I think it's ready to go, and we are going to make sure we work hard and making it work for Jamaican people.
Aubin Hill, Government Senator. The Jamaica Beach Birthright Environmental Movement, JABEM, says NARA will pose serious risks to coastal communities across the island. The group made the assertion in a statement on Thursday. It says the NARA bill contains structural flaws that will expose informal coastal communities to permanent land dispossession. JABEM says it has filed a detailed parliamentary submission with the Senate and the House of Representatives. The submission called for 10 targeted amendments to the bill. These include mandatory pre-development surveys, the removal of step-in orders that permit ministerial interference, as well as free and informed consent from coastal communities as a precondition for projects affecting their land. JABEM says the NARA bill as drafted could permanently erode land rights. The group says while it supports reconstruction, it is demanding that the people affected are not erased in the process. Attorney Hugh Wildman is raising concerns about what he describes as a belief within the Governor General's office and sections of the public service that officers can be dismissed at pleasure. Wildman represents former Press Secretary to the Governor General, Sonia Sims, who previously filed a constitutional claim against the government over her alleged unlawful removal from her post at King's House.
There's a notion, it seems to me, at the GG's office and elsewhere in the public service, that public officers can be dismissed at pleasure, as if it is a private contract. They have taken the step to terminate her service de facto, as opposed to de jure. So they sent her home, and at the end of it, they believe that by doing so, she's left without a remedy. And so for so many years, she would have been deprived of her salaries and other benefits. And so she came to us, and having come to us, we decided that the way to go forward with this matter is to file a constitutional motion.
Wildman argues that Sims's case is not isolated. He claims similar actions have been taken against staff at the Governor General's office in the past. Sims is seeking more than $31 million in unpaid wages dating back to January 2022. The claim was adjourned in March 2026 after the state's legal team reportedly indicated a willingness to settle. But Wildman says the government's attorneys have yet to submit a formal response in that regard.
On two occasions, they indicated that they want to settle the matter. The last occasion, they came and they indicated that yes, they want to settle. And so we were waiting on them to to send their proposal for settlement. Nothing forthcoming. So we decided to take the initiative and to send them what our package is in terms of total salary and emolument. And we wrote to them, have it delivered in the way it is to be delivered. We reached out to them by several telephone calls, nobody responding, and it remains just like that. I've been told the court that they want to settle the matter and cause the court to adjourn the proceedings to accommodate the settlement. That's a serious indictment on the office of the Attorney General.
Hugh Wildman, attorney at law, he was speaking on Nationwide at 5 on Thursday. Opposition spokesperson on social protection and the social transformation, Dr. Angela Brown-Burke, says more must be done to assist vulnerable families both financially and with their nutrition. As part of her contribution to the sectoral debate on Tuesday, Dr. Brown-Burke, while acknowledging the benefits offered under the school feeding program, says what's currently provided is inadequate.
It's a good program, but it needs to be reimagined to ensure that it is cost-effective and yet nutritious. I am not sure if NutriBullet in 2026 is the most nutritious meal that we could get. I'm not, yeah? The current allocation per student is simply ridiculous. Just this morning as I was preparing to come to go on the road for Read Across Jamaica Day, I heard the news that Greater Portmore Primary advised of its painful decision to suspend its school feeding program. You know what? Inadequate funding, lack of funding. Can you imagine what is going to happen to some of those children coming to school without their meals, or hiding in a corner so persons don't recognize what it is they have had to take to school to eat for lunch?
The National School Feeding Program is a major social protection initiative providing breakfast and lunch to over 250,000 students daily. This in an effort to improve attendance and learning. Dr. Brown-Burke said there is stigma associated with being on the school feeding program. She also raised concern over the auxiliary fees associated with attending school.
The opposition is calling for a decisive shift towards implementation, which includes integrating diagnostic assessments, remedial support into path conditionalities, strengthening inclusive education system, and providing targeted financial assistance to reduce the burden on vulnerable families. And I say it already, the meals, yeah? We have to look at it differently. We also have the experience of our faith-based organization helping with education. And so we know that community-based governance structures should be strengthened to ensure participatory accountability and local ownership of educational outcomes. We want to see more of that.
Dr. Angela Brown-Burke, opposition spokesperson on social protection and social transformation. International news now. In the UK, the ruling Labour Party has suffered early losses in local council elections, with Reform and the Greens picking up seats in former Labour heartlands. But Prime Minister Keir Starmer appears defiant, declaring days like this don't weaken his resolve to deliver promised change. He says he's not going to resign. The Anti-Immigration Reform UK party, led by Nigel Farage, is the main beneficiary of Labour losses so far. It has gained 382 council seats in England and could form the main opposition party in Scotland and Wales, with 45 out of 136 councils having declared results by 8 a.m. GMT. The Labour Party had already lost 258 council seats, leaving it with 253. Labour has so far maintained overall control of 10 councils, but has lost control of 8. The former ruling Conservative Party has also taken heavy losses, so far losing 150 seats, mainly to Reform candidates. Meanwhile, the Green Party has gained 27 seats, giving it a total of 51, and the Liberal Democrats have gained 35 seats, giving them a total of 241. That's the news.
Sign up for the JN Money Card. It's safe, convenient, and free. The time by JN Money is
7:19.
Rent or buy your hurricane supplies from Total Tools. Visit 102 Main Street, Ocharis, 34 Slipe Road, Kingston 5, or Lot C6, Drax Hall, St. Anne's Bay. The temperature brought to you by Total Tools Jamaica is
26 degrees Celsius in Kingston, 29 degrees Celsius in Montego Bay, 23 degrees Celsius in Mandeville.
For 25 years, Digicel has been keeping Jamaica better connected. From late night calls to the texts, clicks, and moments that keep us close. Celebrating 25 years. Digicel, powered by you, connected by us.
Imagine designing something unique, something personal, something bigger than just a dream. A reality designed by you, just for you. With Sagicor Lifestyle Approved Retirement Scheme, you can design the life you want to live. With tax-deferred savings of up to 20% of your income, you'll have the opportunity to do what you've always wanted to do. A reality designed by you. Call 888-SAGICOR today. Conditions apply.
Supercenter, everything for your home and more.
It's 9 days of deals at Azan Supercenter. From April 30 to May 9th, get super savings on your favorite items. Shopping for Mother's Day or Teacher's Day? We have the widest range of gift sets, home essentials, gift cards, and more. It's shopping made easy. Bring the family, load up your cart, and save big. April 30 to May 9th.
It's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle. For 25 years, Digicel has been keeping Jamaica better connected. From late night calls to the texts, clicks, and moments that keep us close.
Hi, babes.
A network built in Jamaica for Jamaicans. But connection has never been just about the network. It's about the people behind every hello.
Yo, my general. Wagwan.
Celebrating 25 years. Digicel, powered by you, connected by us.
Time now for Street Smarts 2 with Ludlow McLean. Good morning again, Ludlow.
Good morning again, George. And remember, while you're going through, you're making your different rounds, be careful of some people. I don't know if they call them potholes anymore, but I keep mentioning places like Mortal, Verbena, around Bradford Avenue, Lorraine Avenue, all these areas really, I don't know if it's parish council or whatever, but it's really, really a bad condition. But in the meantime, if you're on the Walton Park Road, it's a steady progress taking it through Walton Park Road. Going further down to connect with Hagley Park Road is not too bad, but 3 miles quite active, and after Park Road coming up, going past Moline, going past Walton, Hagley, and going further up into Halfway Tree, quite active. As you make your way through Richmond Park, not too bad on Richmond Park Avenue, Kings Avenue, those areas are good. However, on the outskirts, Chisholm Avenue is not looking too good at all. It's really busy, bumper to bumper. As you make your way all the way out towards Batfield Avenue, which has traffic, no major delays at this particular point in time. Half a tree, though, is quite active, whether they're coming from Hagley Park and Constance Road or even Moline. So those are the still a great weekend, and I'm sure at Street Park. Yes.
All right. Yeah, thank you, Ludlow. The connection got choppy at the end there, but we heard enough. Thank you, Ludlow, for the final traffic report of the week. Up next, front page. Front Page is brought to you today by ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business. For all your electrical needs, visit ABC Electrical Sales. They stock a wide variety of electrical supplies, including plugs, switches, panel boards, and conduits, plus energy-saving fixtures. ABC Electrical Sales stocks brands like GE, Siemens, Philips, Cutler Hammer, and Allen Bradley. They also offer free island-wide delivery just to suit your needs. Visit them at Shop 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10, or call 876-754-3714-5 or 876-754-3825-8. ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business.
Welcome back to Nationwide this morning. You're now tuned in to our discussion segment, The Front Page. Now, effective May 18, consumers will pay more for flour and select bakery mixes from Jamaica Flour Mills Limited, JFM. JFM announced the pending increase in a letter dated May 4. The company says the move is in response to global market conditions. It says it has been absorbing rising costs across the manufacturing pipeline, including those related to raw materials, packaging, and freight for some time now. JFM says it will revise prices accordingly if global market conditions ease. Jamaica Flour Mills Limited is the only producer of flour on the island. The company is owned by U.S.-based conglomerate Archer Daniels Midland Company. We are joined now by the Managing Director of Jamaica Flour Mills, Archie Williams. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us here on Nationwide this morning. If you could, Archie, explain the day-to-day challenges that Jamaica Flour Mills has been having in relation to cost.
Yes. No, thank you for having me. I did want to say we're not the only producer of flour on the island. Setprod do have a rival mill, although it's a lot smaller than us. But, to your question, we've, over the last sort of 3 to 4 months, we've been seeing a global surge in commodity prices. Wheat is our largest commodity that we buy, and, since the 5th of January, we've seen an uptick of 13 to 15%, depending on what wheat type, mostly spurred on by, the issue in the Middle East. We've also seen a large increase on our freight costs. Obviously, we bring our wheat in from the United States using ADM's global supply chain, and we've seen an uptick of 26% on the cost of bringing in vessels. And again, all of that is due to rising fuel costs. It's, right now, I think, when we look at the wheat market as a whole, we've got a, rising cost due to the cost of production. Oil prices directly affect the cost of fertilizer. And right now, it's a pretty key time for farmers around the world for planting. And so if they know that their fertilizer costs are going to cost more, they're going to reduce the amount of wheat they'll plant, or it will reduce the amount of fertilizer they'll put in their wheat, directly affecting the crop size and the quality. So we really have, on our wheat market side, a double whammy. You have the overall market conditions in wheat. We have drought in the US, reduced forecasts in Australia, which is increasing costs there to 2-year highs on the wheat market. And you have a key input in global wheat production, which is fertilizer, which is moving up to record highs as well.
And what kind of numbers are you hearing in relation to fertilizer?
Fertilizer, we are, it's been a steady run on that, but if I pull up my numbers here, you have, anywhere between 25 and 30% increases there. But it's not just prices, it's the availability. A lot of fertilizer comes out of the Middle East, production in those areas, in the countries around the Straits of Hormuz. So that just again compounds that. And you couple up increased freight costs, the availability of fertilizer is, I don't think it's too much to worry about now, but obviously it will cost more. I know that, certainly my family back home in the UK, they are considering reducing the amount of fertilizer they put on their crops, or moving into crops that aren't as fertilizer intensive.
Just to get you clear, Archie, you said that the cost to bring in the wheat from the US has gone up by 26%?
Yes. That is the ocean freight side. So the large vessels that we bring in, they were, for some time, freight markets in the Caribbean have been very stable. We were not really affected by a lot here, other than, hurricanes or natural disasters. But due to rising fuel costs for running these large vessels, the freight rates have been pushing upwards of 26% for certain months. Now, we've managed to absorb a lot of those costs because we buy things a lot further forward. But we're now getting to the time point now where, the vessels we had booked out for the first quarter and the early Q2 of 2026, we're now starting to pay those higher prices. We managed to avoid. We're now getting into territory where we're having to go back to the market and book at these elevated values.
And what percentage for Jamaicans who are listening and they're hearing about the increase in flour and the other select mixes, what percentage increase is Jamaica Flour Mills looking at?
So we have managed to absorb a lot of our costs. We have a very robust hedging strategy, but as time goes on, your hedges are being put on at these higher values. And so we've taken a look at it and we've tried to dampen as much as we can. And we're looking at anywhere between a 4 and 6%, depending on the type of flour that you buy and the mixes. When I look at mixes, some of our cake mixes, Festival, a lot of that cost is driven by increased packaging. I know we buy packaging here on the island and from abroad, and costs there locally have risen 25%. We have a lot of ingredients that we have to import from the United States, and you couple that with increased costs of shipping for containers. Facilities that we buy from have raised their prices more aggressively than we have. So it is a real spectrum as to what the increases are, but a rough guide is between 4 and 6. So if you want to use 5%, that's a pretty conservative estimate there.
We're speaking with Archie Williams, Managing Director of Jamaica Flour Mills, talking about what Jamaica Flour Mills has announced effective May 18. Consumers will pay more for flour in select bakery mixes from JFM. Archie there indicating that the increase will be between 4 and 6%. We're going to take a break here on NTM. We'll be back with more.
Jamaica live good, yeah. I make we enjoy life. While we feel safe at night. Jamaica live good.
Jamaica, stop the killing and give up the guns. Just live good now.
The time brought to you by the Ministry of National Security and Peace is
7:32.
For 25 years, Digicel has been keeping Jamaica better connected. From late night calls to the texts, clicks, and moments that keep us close. Celebrating 25 years. Digicel, powered by you, connected by us.
The Philharmonic Orchestra of Jamaica presents Encore, a harmonic reawakening, captivating music from the classical masters, movies, and our homeland. Saturday, May 16 and Sunday, May 17 at the Little Theatre. Conductor Franklin E. Halliburton, guest soloist Sashika Brown. Tickets $5,000 pre-sold, $6,000 at the gate. Reserved box seats $7,500. Tickets at Fontana Pharmacy, Waterloo, and Sovereign, and the Music Mart. The Philharmonic Orchestra of Jamaica in concert, May 16 and 17 at the Little Theatre.
Hey yo, listen up. Don't wait for the symptoms start show. HIV test free. Make sure you know. Yo. Me take my test. Me get the news. Me take my meds. Me can't lose. Family there, support there too. We strong, we bold life, I live right through. Live bold test early. Test the HIV. Know you start a smooth surely. Me take my test. Me get the news. Me take my meds. Me can't lose. Free testing is available at health centers island-wide.
A message by the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
For all your electrical needs, visit ABC Electrical Sales. They stock a wide variety of electrical supplies, including plugs, switches, panel boards, and conduits, plus energy-saving fixtures. ABC Electrical Sales stocks brands like GE, Siemens, Philips, Cutler Hammer, and Allen Bradley. They also offer free island-wide delivery just to suit your needs. Visit them at Shop 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10, or call 876-754-3714-5 or 876-754-3825-8. ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business.
For 25 years, Digicel has been keeping Jamaica better connected. From late night calls To the texts, clicks, and moments that keep us close.
Hi, babes.
A network built in Jamaica for Jamaicans. But connection has never been just about the network. It's about the people behind every hello.
Yo, my general. Wagwan.
Celebrating 25 years. Digicel, powered by you, connected by us.
Welcome back to Nationwide this morning, having a conversation with the Managing Director of Jamaica Flour Mills, Archie Williams, consequent upon that piece of communication by the company that the price of flour and select baking mixes will be increased, given the increases that the company has been faced with over several months. It says it is now time to ask its customers to share the burden. Morning again, Archie. Hello?
Yes, hi, good morning.
Yes, hearing you again. Good. I want to isolate two things just to give you the opportunity to paint the picture to your customers about why is it that JF Mills have made this move at this time. And those two things to isolate. The first one is the supply chain that delivers those critical inputs that go into the manufacturing process. I just wanted to speak to the disruption to the supply chain over the past several weeks, perhaps even since the start of the year, because there have been so many things happening in so many parts of the world, and how that would have influenced the decision to raise prices that JF Mills has ultimately made.
Yes, now, I do want to say actually that in terms of disruptions to the flour supply on the island, there won't be. We have mitigated a lot of that, and one of the benefits of JF Mills is we have a huge supply chain to pull on. ADM is a global agricultural company, and there will not be a potential issue where there is a reduction in the amount of flour being produced. That is categorically not going to be happening. But in terms of, everything that we're seeing, and part of the reason for this is it's very different from the last time these price rises happened, which was when the Russian-Ukraine war started. And that was a direct result of wheat prices increasing. This is different. This is every single aspect of life or aspect of production at a flour mill is being increased. We have packaging increases. We have energy costs going up. Flour mills are very energy intensive. We don't produce our own power. We buy from JPS, no different to anyone else. We have started to see those costs rising. We had a recent tax increase as well from the government, effective 1st of May, which did play into it, but it's a smaller portion of the price increase, really. It is really just on, energy, packaging, and the rising commodity markets, which ultimately affect our imports. And whilst we do hedge and we buy very far forward, we are now having to buy in at these higher values. So we purchase wheat 4 to 6 months ahead of when we're bringing it in, and these are at these elevated values. And whilst we've managed to absorb as many costs as we can, we feel like it's pertinent now that, whilst you have to maintain sustainable production, there comes a point now where a portion of this does have to be passed on.
Yeah, and I appreciate the answer at the top about the local supply of flour, and then of course you brought it back to the global supply chain, because I was really looking at the various things outside of Jamaica that would have pushed you to this point. That's fine.
Yes.
I was going to ask about energy, but of course you mentioned the point of how energy intensive the production and manufacturing process is. I want to ask about the SCT, because by itself, if that tax that took effect on May 1 did take effect on May 1 as programmed by the government, but the other things in the environment had not happened, would we be here this morning talking about a price increase from JF Mills?
No. In my opinion, we wouldn't. I'm not here to pass on taxes. It just happens that it's come at a position where global commodity markets have been rising, and a tax increase which just adds on to that burden. In my opinion, this tax is something that is part of doing business in Jamaica and shouldn't be passed on to the consumer. It should be passed on to the manufacturers, and the manufacturers should bear that. So Yes, I mentioned it, but it's a very small portion of it really hasn't changed our decision. Whether it was increased or not, we would still be going up today.
Yeah. Based on the modeling that you and the team are looking at, and of course you emphasize, the forward buying that a company of your size and the business that you're in must do. Based on that modeling, do you see a moderation of the things in the production environment over the next few weeks or even months that would cause you to say, you know what, we can relax, or we can reverse this increase that we've imposed on our customers?
Yeah, 100%. And I want to say that I think for some time in Jamaica, prices go up and they come down very slowly, and that does happen in commodity markets. It's a fact of doing business in these environments. But as of this morning, I'm looking at the wheat market on my Bloomberg terminal, and wheat futures are already down today, and all of this is again based on the US-Iran nearing a peace deal. Now, wheat won't be directly affected by Iran, but global commodity markets will lift that. Where I see a downside potential is again on the wheat market, but we also have drought. We have aspects that aren't even related to the Strait of Hormuz crisis, which will keep wheat prices elevated. We have lower global production and increased demand. We have U.S. drought in main wheat growing regions, and I'm a wheat trader, and I haven't seen the wheat market the wheat crop this poor in some time, and we have potential drought in Australia, which has pushed their wheat market to 2-year highs. All of that is outside of what's going on in the Straits of Hormuz. Now, where I think there will be a bit of a more longer-term inflation is in the oil market. Now, we know that a lot of people buy oil from this region, and there's a lot of demand there. So even if this were to end tomorrow, you wouldn't see a sudden reversal in oil prices. They would remain inflated, and as a result, energy costs would remain inflated. But where I do see potential is if the wheat market cools, we will bring our prices down to reflect those lower wheat prices. And again, there is a lot of volatility. I don't want to say that's going to happen, but the market's certainly reacting to a potential of a nearing peace deal this morning.
When does your financial year run from, Archie?
We run in Jamaica. We run US. We run from March to March, but here we follow the same financial year.
So April 1 to March 31.
Yeah.
Right. Here's the thing then. And the question is intended to give you a chance to explain why a price rise is even necessary, notwithstanding the things you've said, because I want to ask about the performance targets you would have set for the financial year, the revenue performance and the profitability and so forth, and how the price increase at the level you've indicated brings you closer to the numbers that you would have forecast and pre-programmed before all of these events which necessitated the price increase?
These rises aren't to, yes, they help us hit these targets, but, if I really wanted to hit these targets, these markets would have been, our flour prices would have gone up earlier. They would have been much larger than we are doing right now, and we would have passed on everything. There is in my opinion, these are rises that are not there to help us hit our targets. They're there to ensure sustainability. As you know, we are owned by a global conglomerate, and I am an employee of that. And, we have reduced some of our, performance targets as a result of this. And so I want to get away from the fact that this is not an opportunity for us to make money. This is an opportunity for us to ensure that we continue to operate at a level that gets flour into the market and keeps the island fed.
Yeah, and of course you've emphasized the global nature of ADM's business, and you have business in the Caribbean, a lot of it as well. Based on what you know, have the partners in the Caribbean been pushed to make the move to increase prices as well?
Yes, they have. They have gone earlier. They went as of 1st of May. Some of these islands are more susceptible. You know, the beauty of Jamaica is it's one of the larger islands. We have a large logistics hub here. And so you can, the costs borne by the smaller islands will be somewhat mitigated by the fact that we are a logistic hub and we are, larger and slightly more developed. Now, you can compound that with the fact that after Melissa, we had a lot of inflation due to increased rebuilding costs here. So whether the economical impacts in Jamaica are compounded by almost two crises, one a natural disaster and now an oil crisis around the world, it's to be seen. But one of the reasons I wanted to delay our price increases is to give people time. I'm not going to sit here and say everyone should be going and buying flour. There is a very stable flour market, and as I've said, we will be looking to reduce costs as quickly as we can. We're already doing a lot of that. We're looking at changing where our wheat comes from. We're looking at working more closely with vessel owners and packaging suppliers. So I do feel like we can get these down as quickly as possible, but I don't want to suddenly say to people, hey, we have to raise costs as of now. Thank you. We want to give people time, businesses, so they can plan. Bakeries are our partner. When bakeries win, we win. And so it's really, it's more as a partnership, and we, continue to talk very closely with some large bakeries here and on how we can better serve them and provide them more information.
Hear you on that. Thank you very much for your time this morning, Archer Williams, Managing Director of JF Mills. All the best to you and the team.
No, thank you very much.
That's the man in charge of JF Mills. So, flour up.
For all your scales and food processing equipment, call Advanced Scales and Equipment Limited at 876-968-9612-5. The time by Advanced Scales and Equipment Limited is
7:47.
Hawkeye is protecting homes, businesses, and communities with trusted security solutions. The temperature by Hawkeye, securing what matters most, is
27 degrees Celsius in Kingston, 29 degrees Celsius in Montego Bay, 23 degrees Celsius in Mandeville.
If you love the vibes, the laughs, and the real talk, then you're one of us. Don't just listen, belong. Join the nationwide 90 FM Family Club on Patreon.
Your dream home just got easier with Active Home Center. Now you can shop online for tiles, bathroom fixtures, furniture, appliances, and so much more, all from the comfort of your home. Visit ActiveHomeCenter.com, explore thousands of styles, get the best deals, then click and collect at your nearest Active location. Simple, secure, convenient. Your home is just one click away. Active Home Center, more savings, more choices.
Already have a T-Tag for your vehicle? Just top it up and go through. Download the My T-Tag app, available on Google Play Store or the App Store, and add funds to your T-Tag from anywhere you're there. Also, keep checking the LED screens at our toll plazas for periodic promo codes, which will give you bonus T-Tag credit when you enter it in the My T-Tag app. Top up your T-Tag and continue to go through quicker and cheaper on Transjam highways.
Stop buying expensive toner cartridges. Global Ink is now selling new factory direct generic toners. Remove factory seals, install and print. Engineered to work first time, every time. Certified for use in HB and Brother printers. Worry-free, affordable printing for your peace of mind. Money saved is money earned. We deliver island-wide. 754-7444. Never run out of toner again. Global Ink. 754-7444.
For 25 years, Digicel has been keeping Jamaica better connected. From late night calls to the texts, clicks, and moments that keep us close. Celebrating 25 years. Digicel, powered by you, connected by us.
Welcome back to Nationwide this morning. We are in the dying embers of the front page. The local elections in the UK, you can call it the UK's midterms if you are Americanized in how you look at international politics. You'd be right. The votes are being counted, the results are coming in, and the polls predicted a bloodbath for the ruling Labour Party, and the results are bearing out those predictions. There is some analysis published by The Guardian that I think is very much on point in terms of describing the situation and the context, and especially if you are removed from the daily cut and the thrust of British politics and you want to understand what's happening. I think this analysis helps you on the way. If I may read a section of what has been written moments ago and written and published moments ago, it says, English local election results require careful interpretation. Not all places have them at the same time. A relatively small proportion complete their counts overnight, and the early headlines may not reflect outcomes later in the day. But the headline number on Friday morning, that Labour has lost more than 250 councillors, will only grow as the day progresses. While Labour will want to stress that these midterm elections often go badly for the incumbent Westminster government, they rarely go quite as badly as this. The main beneficiary has been Reform UK, which began from a standing start, having not contested the previous elections for these councils, and now has almost 400 councillors with undoubtedly many more to come. The size of losses and gains will change, but these early headlines are unlikely to. However, with results still to come from large parts of England, including many London councils, and with votes for the Scottish Parliament and Welsh Senate still to be counted, further nuance will be added to this picture, if not in terms of the Labour losses, then in terms of who has benefited. Some caution is required in extrapolating from the headlines to voter behaviour. We cannot assume that because Labour has the most losses and Reform the most gains, that voters switched directly from Labour to Reform. Even if Labour has lost a seat directed to Reform, this may not be because of direct switching. A split vote on the left, for example, Labour losing votes to the Green Party, can make the winning threshold lower. And we have already seen many close contests and low winning shares. Labour held Waltham Cross in Broxburn with 28.7% of the vote, while Reform came second on 28.1%. It is not possible from the profile of results to infer how voters moved between parties or how any particular group of voters cast their votes. What is striking about these results is not the poor performance of the government or the sustained success of Reform UK, but rather the change in the system from a creaking two-party system a year ago to a fully fledged system of five-party politics in England. This has been evident in polls of Westminster voting intention for some time, with the combined Labour and the Conservative share of the vote rarely above 40%, and the Green Party challenging for second place with some pollsters. But it is the first time the full effect of this has been seen at the ballot box. This fragmentation of the electorate poses challenges for all parties in the first-past-the-post system, though results in Wales may show that these challenges do not disappear, even in a fully proportional system. Labour and the Conservatives now have parties positioned on both their flanks, and turning to either one risks losing votes on the other. So finding messages that unite them is key to forging a large enough coalition within the electorate to form a government. Failing to do so means the coalition building must be done between parties rather than within them, a process that will begin next week in a large number of councils that have moved to no overall control. the 2024 general election was primarily a story of a highly unpopular incumbent government that lost votes in many different directions. The Labour Party is increasingly in the same bind. The Conservatives have so far been unable to shake off that mantle and continue to lose local councillors after 2 years in opposition. Labour will hope they can find a way to avoid the same fate.
And what are the leaders saying, George? So Keir Starmer says he's not going to walk away after early English Council results show Reform picking up seats in former Labour heartlands. Then you have the Reform's Nigel Farage saying Labour is being wiped out. Kevin Badenoch insists there are signs of renewal for the Conservatives, and the Liberal Democrat leader Ed Davies says his party is feeling very bullish. The Green Party leader Zach Polanski says two-party politics is not dying, it is dead and it is buried. So that's what's coming out from the leaders there in the UK, and we do have the latest, Michelle, from the BBC on the results of the United Kingdom in relation to these local elections.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the BBC News at 1. The Prime Minister says he's not going to walk away as he takes responsibility for the major losses Labour has seen overnight in England's local election results so far. Meanwhile, Reform UK's leader Nigel Farage has hailed the election as truly historic shift as the party benefited at the expense of both Labour and the Conservatives. Let's take a look at those results in England now. More than 5,000 seats across 136 English councils have been contested, as well as 6 mayoral contests. So, as a warning, there are still many counts ongoing, but we can see so far that Reform has had the biggest gain so far on the left there, 454 seats. Labour, though, has seen a huge loss of seats, down 299 to 263 in total. Just a reminder, those larger numbers at the bottom are the total seats. The change that we're looking at are the slightly smaller numbers just above. The Liberal Democrats have gained 32 seats so far. The Greens have gained 43 seats. The Conservatives, though, have lost 199. In Wales, despite no results being declared yet, the Deputy First Minister, Hugh Arranca-Davies, says Labour is not going to form the next Welsh government, even though counting has only just started for the 96 seats up for grabs in the Senedd, so we'll see that graph filling up throughout the afternoon. There have also been national elections in Scotland, but counting has only just got underway in the last few hours. So you can see there only 2 results have been declared so far. The Scottish Liberal Democrats have held the Orkney Islands and the SNP have held Dundee City West. Later, this graph will give us a good idea of how the parties are faring, and we'll see if the Scottish National Party will be on course to win a 5th term in power there. We'll be getting updates from our colleagues in Scotland and Wales later in the programme. For now, though, let's look at the picture we have so far of the local elections in England. Our political correspondent, Ben Wright, has the latest.
And I do hereby declare that Shaw Graham Call is duly elected.
Scooping up council seats across the country, Reform UK piled on the gains early on. From here in Staffordshire, where they won control of Newcastle under Lyme from the Tories, to Basildon in Essex, it was the candidates with turquoise rosettes who had the most to cheer. For Labour, braced for a very bad night, the losses mounted up. Voters booting out hundreds of Labour councillors from Westminster to Wigan. Redditch to Reading, a bleak picture that Sir Keir Starmer didn't attempt to gloss.
It's a really tough result. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. And we have lost brilliant Labour representatives, people who put so much into their communities, so much into our party and our movement. And the voters have sent a message about the pace of change, how they want their lives improved. May was elected to meet those challenges, and I'm not going to walk away.
So a vow to dig in and carry on, but a remark that concedes the depth of Labour's problems. While munching into territory once considered Labour's heartlands, Reform UK is also clobbering the Conservatives, from Hampshire to Havering in the east of London, doing best in places that voted strongly for Brexit. And Havering is where Nigel Farage dropped into this morning, a council that Reform UK now controls.
It's a big, big day, not just for our party, but for a complete reshaping of British politics in every way. And it all goes to show that over the course of the last 2 years, since we made that breakthrough in the general election, we have professionalised the party. We've done it at a very, very rapid rate. I'm thrilled and delighted.
In other times, a deeply unpopular Labour government would likely mean a jump in Conservative support. But while the Tories ended Labour control in Wandsworth, South West London, and regained Westminster, many councillors have been lost, and there is little sign the Conservatives are punching back.
We have just won a flagship council. We've just taken over in Wandsworth. Bexley, where we were told that reform were going to wipe us out, we have held on. I'm very proud of how we have done. I'm not saying that we're there yet. I'm not saying that the results are perfect. There are loads of councillors, Conservative councillors, who would have lost their seats, but they can see that our strategy is working.
For the Liberal Democrats, consolidating their existing strongholds has been a pattern, making only modest gains elsewhere. The party lost control of Hull, but has taken control of Stockport and Portsmouth, Sir Ed Davies' destination this morning.
Fantastic result here in Portsmouth. The reform threw everything at it, but we won. We've taken control of this council, and we've shown across the country that it's the Liberal Democrats who can hold off and beat reform. We took control of Stockport, even though reform tried there. They tried in Sutton, and we had fantastic results. So we're really, really proud of what we've done in Portsmouth and across the country.
In Hackney, East London, the Green Party won the race to be mayor, and the scale of the party's advance will be measured later today as more London results are announced.
This is a historic victory. This is the first time the Green Party have ever won a directly elected mayor. And two-party politics is not just dying, it is dead and it is buried. And actually, whether it's here that Labour have been rejected or whether we're seeing around the country, it's very clear that the new politics is the Green Party versus reform.
So far, the results in England show a splintering electoral map, with the two main parties being walloped from all sides. Labour's plight in Wales and Scotland will become clearer later this afternoon when we get the results from the Senedd and Holyrood elections, potentially sparking panic in Labour's ranks about Sir Keir Starmer's leadership and future.
It would be fair to say that, yes, I am concerned for the next general election, not just for me, but for good Labour colleagues in the Parliamentary Labour Party. Yes, of course, because we want to win for Labour at every level.
And is Sir Keir Starmer the right man who can lead Labour into that next general election?
I think we need the full results, but I think there'll be some very tough questions in the next couple of days.
Sir Keir Starmer's insisted he won't walk away, no matter how badly Labour does. But he is currently leading a battered party with no obvious route to recovery. Ben Wright, BBC News, Westminster.
Lovely report, Ben. But, you know, if you had told me 15 years ago that the man who was the clone prince of British politics was now on the cusp of moving towards number 10, Nigel Farage, I can't believe. Anyway, you live and you learn, you live and you see. Time. What them say? God on time? God on time.
Front Page was brought to you today by ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business.
You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
2 minutes after 8.
Interex Distributors presents the ultimate tile clearance sale. Transform your space for less. Dunrobin Plaza, 30 Dunrobin Avenue. The temperature by Interex Distributors is
27 degrees Celsius in capital city Kingston, 29 out west of Montego Bay. In Mandeville, 23 degrees Celsius.
From the mountainside to seaside, countryside to townside, inside and outside, it's across Jamaica this morning.
Taking you across Jamaica this Friday morning, May 8, 2026. The Jamaica Beach Birthright Environmental Movement, JABEM, is arguing that the National Reconstruction and Resilience Authority, NARA, will pose serious risks to coastal communities across the island. The group made the assertion in a statement on Thursday. It says the NARA bill contains structural flaws that will expose informal coastal communities to permanent land dispossession. JABEM says it has filed a detailed parliamentary submission with the Senate and the House of Representatives. The submission called for 10 targeted amendments to the bill. These include mandatory pre-development surveys, the removal of step-in orders that permit ministerial interference, as well as free and informed consent from coastal communities as a precondition for projects affecting their land. JABEM says the NARA bill, in its current form, could permanently erode land rights. The group says while it supports Reconstruction, it is demanding that the people affected are not erased in the process. Head of the St. Elizabeth Police, Superintendent Coleridge Minto, has charged lawmen under his command to maintain strategic efforts to reduce homicide numbers in the parish. He was addressing a police awards ceremony in the division on Thursday.
At the end of 2025, we ended the year with 18 murders, the lowest murder rate in over 25 years. We are now almost mid-year, and the division has already recorded 10 murders. It's 10 too many lives that have been lost. And so I charge the officers who are present that we will need to double our efforts. We look at our strategies, increase our intelligence in the space. We will have to continue to work with our stakeholders, our citizens, to ensure that those who are committing criminal activities, they are held to justice.
St. Elizabeth is one of 10 police divisions in the country to record 10 or fewer murders so far in 2026. The division is also seeing reductions in rape, shooting, robbery, and break-in. On Thursday, Superintendent Minto announced an enhanced surveillance measure for Treasure Beach.
That geographic space in the Treasure Beach area is now earmarked thanks to the citizens who will be installing cameras across a number of the roadways and areas that help with the surveillance of the space. And so I want to thank the citizens for their support and to say to St. Elizabeth, your partnership is important as we work with you to ensure that the division remains one of the safest parishes in the country.
Superintendent Coleridge Minto, commanding officer for the St. Elizabeth Police Division. And that's it for Across Jamaica for this Friday morning.
You don't have to dig up for cash for pay toll. With a T-Tag, your transaction is linked to your T-Tag account. So you don't have to worry about cash. Just make sure you download the app and keep your account topped up. You can use WhatsApp or the My T-Tag app.
Save money and save time. If you don't have a tag, you will waste time. Yeah, your seatbelt buckle and you're driving safe. Use up your T-Tag, drive and save.
Make smart money moves like a winner and use your T-Tag every time.
For 25 years, Digicel has been keeping Jamaica better connected. From late night calls to the texts, clicks, and moments that keep us close.
Hi, babe.
A network built in Jamaica for Jamaicans. But connection has never been just about the network. It's about the people behind every hello.
Yo, my general.
Celebrating 25 years. Digicel, powered by you, connected by us.
Every professional reaches a moment when growth calls. A promotion, a new opportunity, a bigger vision. At Mona School of Business and Management, our globally competitive graduate programs, including the internationally accredited MBA, are designed for ambitious professionals who are ready to lead. With flexible delivery options that fit your lifestyle, advancing your career is within reach. Learn from world-class faculty. Connect with influential leaders. Transform your future. Visit discover.msbm-uwi.org and apply online for a graduate degree. MSBM, Global Knowledge, Regional Solutions.
For all your electrical needs, visit ABC Electrical Sales. They stock a wide variety of electrical supplies, including plugs, switches, panel boards, and conduits, plus energy-saving fixtures. ABC Electrical Sales stocks brands like GE, Siemens, Philips, Cutler Hammer, and Allen Bradley. They also offer free island-wide delivery just to suit your needs. Visit them at Shop 8, Hagley Park Plaza, Kingston 10, or call 876-754-3714-5 or 876-754-3825 ABC Electrical Sales, for a better choice in the electrical business.
It's the Answers Amazing Sale. Get 50% off everything when you shop at Answers Gifts and Home and Answers for Children. It's the Answers Amazing Sale. Now until Saturday, May 9, 2026.
For 25 years, Digicel has been keeping Jamaica better connected. From late night calls to the texts, clicks, and moments that keep us close. Celebrating 25 years. Digicel, powered by you, connected by us.
Welcome back to Nationwide this morning. We do have time to take your calls. The number is 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, 630-9374, and 618-6730. And Sunday is Mother's Day. If you'd like to give us a call and make a shout out to your mommy, to your guardian, to your caregiver, to your mother figure, someone in your life is a woman who took care of you, we will provide space for that because Mother's Day is Sunday. And a special good morning as well to one of our NTMers, one of our NNN listeners, an avid NNN listener, Tracy Pringle. Good morning to you, Tracy. Hope you're having a good morning. Tracy Pringle over there at Guardian Life. A special good morning to you. Happy Friday. And we're wishing you a good Friday and a good weekend as well. So she's an NTMer. So Tracy Pringle is an NTMer, okay?
Buying snacks for Tracy is easy.
Pringles.
Morning, Tracy.
Morning, Tracy. Happy Friday. So yeah, Mother's Day is coming up, as I said, on Sunday. You'd like to shout out to your mommy this morning, your guardian, your caregiver, a mother figure. Yeah, man, you should do that. Call us up and do that. 630-9371-4 or 618-6730. Blessing, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, I have a question. I want to put this to John, but since he has one.
He's listening.
Yeah, but I want to know it. I'm basically 2 weeks from now. And from our enrichment to Parliament, that they adjust the Speaker as Mr. Speaker. I did have a Madam just in the 16 hours. I didn't know that the judge after said Madam Speaker or Mr. Speaker, it's a confirmed.
Yeah, so someone raised it to me yesterday on Cliff Hughes, and I think it was Fox. And I was saying that there's no requirement during your speech to refer to Madam Speaker or Mr. Speaker as you speak. It's just however you want to do your speech is up to you. You don't have to, Mr. Speaker, so and so and so and so, or Madam Speaker, so and so. You don't have to do that. But it's customary for speakers to do that, to show that they're engaging the speaker. Because you engage a speaker and everybody else hears, and if you speak to the speaker, all is well. If you speak to other people, you might, I mean, that may come with some of the things.
Something.
Yeah.
I'm not ready to that. I couldn't get something because I was shocked because it seems like the opposition wants to change all the law of this country. And it seems like they're the ones running the country. I don't think it's the Labour Party running the country.
You have to stand up strong, because you have people who are telling you that how we've done things over time and how the respect that we show to Parliament and the people who lead in Parliament, all of a sudden that should change. And if you are committed to the maintenance of order and to the things that have caused order to be maintained, then somehow you are against them. And I'm rejecting that strongly, and I will never waver from supporting and praising what is good and right. Yeah. And as a country, we have to do the same.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, man.
That's what I'm saying. Second point, I heard Damian Crawford saying that the consent age for children should be 18 years old.
Yeah.
George, you guys not out on the street. 15-year-old is sexually active than a 30-year-old. 16-year-old is sexually active. I think that's rubbish, Damian Crawford. Because they active more than the 30 and 40-year-old. I'm talking about 14, 15, something what I know and I feel. Not really see, but to the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah? So, when him to move from 16 to me, let it remain.
Yes.
Because the children is already sexually active. So the 18 is coming to the grand active at age 16 years and just 14 years. You understand? So I don't know. Another thing now, third and most important to know, George, they said there will be by the flower coming for the 18th.
Yeah.
You know that the bread raised already and the board raised already. And everything raised already.
Yeah, man. Anything with flour in a gun.
So, and then now, when they say chopstick, when they said to them, say, oh, this it raised. It's raised, it's another. It don't be that thing. They only say that it's going to raise and then raise it before.
Yeah, the line, the king, the can't believe, yeah. The line is a challenge. The line is a challenge. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
It's supposed to be 400, that's 370. I bet they're going to get to 400 after the 18.
Yeah, man, it going to raise. It going to raise. Anyway, your phone line is not the best, Mum. All right? So call back next week. All right. Cool. Thank you.
Okay.
Natalie, good morning.
Hi, morning, George.
Morning.
I would like to say Happy Mother's Day to my mother, Mrs. Colleen Anderson, and to my auntie, Marjorie Daniel. I want to wish them Happy Mother's Day when the time comes. And I would like to especially big up my uncle, Cliff Hughes. I love you 100%, Cliff.
Your real uncle?
My Uncle Cliff and the most handsome George David.
Oh, well, that real. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, you're very handsome. And I look forward to seeing you on the outside broadcast. I really enjoy your company. And to the equal beautiful Turner.
Yes.
You bring off the program very well.
That's right.
The most handsome George.
Yes.
Well, I would like to say, personally, I want to big up Mrs. Sandra Golding.
Yes.
Wife of the opposition leader. And
yes.
I want to wish her Happy Mother's Day
yes.
when the time comes.
Yes.
And I wish her all the best in her future endeavors.
Yes.
I would like to say equally to Mrs. Juliet Holness,
yes.
Speaker of the House.
Yes.
I know that she's having a challenging time but I want her to stand strong, and she represents black women no matter what.
Yes.
I would like to say equally to Mrs. Angela Brown Burke. Angela, I know that representing a constituency like that, you go under pressure, and I could see the pressure you're under, but you're not the first, and you won't be the last, because Sister P went under a lot of pressure, and she stood strong, and I want to big her up, she and her husband Harold also.
Yes.
And wish Angela and her family happy Mother's Day, and all the comrades and all the laborites who are mothers, and all the fathers who mothered me too, happy Mother's Day when the time comes.
Excellent.
George, I really appreciate you, and I love you very much. And you clap me up in the morning, and I want you to continue from strength to strength, no matter what.
Yes.
I love you very much.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Mom. Because that just make the work worthwhile. Thank you very much. And have a good weekend. All right. And happy Mother's Day to you too when it comes.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
This is nice. This is nice. Mr. King, you feel that one there? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I feel that one there. That was a lovely one. That was a lovely one. That was a lovely one. Springfield, good morning.
Yeah, man. Good morning, boy. We're sitting down here and listening, and man head gone through the roof.
Yes. And it big already, so you can imagine.
It big already?
Yes, man.
Well, just imagine how big it is.
Yeah, man. I whole heap of information in the door, so that's why I can be.
No, you have to tell me, I'm sitting and I'm listening.
Yeah.
But and that good morning to that beautiful young lady there. Boy, she can't say she carry you off.
Yes, man. That's right. That's
morning.
right.
You couldn't be who you are until you have her beside you.
That's right, sir.
Trust me. I want to say happy Mother's Day when it comes to my beautiful wife. She knows herself, and I wanted to say happy belated Teachers Day also. To all the teachers.
Yes.
We couldn't be here without them.
Yes.
Yes. So I'm going to defer a little bit about the Speaker of the House.
Yes.
All right. So I am saying I love my wife dearly. And I would dare not to put her in front of firing squad.
Yes.
Why? Because it is endangering her life. All right?
Yes.
And I want to see where I'm going with this.
Yes.
The opposition sat in the House when the nomination was made for the Speaker of the House. And they go along with that. They went along with that. But if I was Mr. Holness, I would not permit my wife to be a Speaker of the House. Why? You know what the Speaker of the House entails. And there's a lot of shot lick on the Speaker of the House in our own colloquial Jamaican term.
Yes.
Hold it for shot lick on the Speaker of the House. And I saw something happen last year where Mr. Holness got up when the opposition said something to his wife in the House of Parliament. And Mr. Holness got so upset, he got up and walked out of the House of Parliament.
Yes.
And I am saying, you should not support your wife to be the Speaker of the House, straight up, because you know what it entails.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have thin skin like how you have thin skin, Mr. Holness, you shouldn't be offended when the opposition lick shot on your wife, because you allow that to happen. I love my wife, as I said, and I'm not going to put her in front of firing squad.
So hold on. So make a reason now. So I've heard you. Mm-hmm. All right. Here's the thing. And of course, your opinion is your own. I'm not trying to change your mind, but I'm trying to reason with you.
Yeah, I'm listening.
There was a time when a man and a woman, a husband and a wife, were such a dynamic that the man determined what the wife did. So whether she want to wear her hair a certain way, if she want to work a certain place, the man had to consent, otherwise the woman couldn't do it. That was a long time. That's a time that has long passed. Right. That's a time long past. What if the not even reservations, but the outright opposition to Juliet Holness's position as Speaker that you have expressed based on your values and your dynamic with your wife. What if Andrew Holness has said those same things to her? Say, boy, I don't think you should put yourself up for this work. And she said to him, I want to do it. What then? And remember, she had served before coming to the Speaker's chair. She had served as Deputy Speaker. Many times she was in the chair presiding over the business of the House. So the people nowadays will tell you that Springfield, the time when the man can tell the woman what she must do and what she not to do, them time they're gone. And if Juliet Holness says, I want to be nominated for the Speaker's role, I want to take it on, and even amid the pressure, I want to keep myself in the role, I want to stay, then it is that Andrew Holness can do nothing about it, because the woman is an independent thinker and actor, and she is capable. If she believes that the things that are said to her sotto voce and the attitude towards her, that she can manage it, who is Andrew Holness or anybody to tell her that she shouldn't?
Well, let me put it this way then. I spoke to my wife about a certain situation, and she decided that, okay, she's independent enough. She can make her own independent decision. She doesn't have to listen to me as a husband. Now, whatever comes your way, you absorb it.
Then who tell you that Mrs. Holness is not absorbing it? Have you heard her say?
I'm not saying she's not absorbing it.
Then
I said whatever comes your way, you absorb it.
Yes.
And I would not be getting thin skin.
Yes.
Because I told you.
No, but hold on. No. I don't think it's fair to accuse of any politician we've had, Andrew Holness, of thin-skinned. Let me ask you a question.
No, why didn't he get up a court of parliament?
But hold on. Question. Do you know what was said?
What was said in parliament, maybe becomes offensive.
No, man, you're missing the point. You're missing the point.
I don't recall exactly what was said.
Then if you don't know, how can you say he was thin-skinned?
No, I said I don't recall.
No, man. You don't recall or you don't know.
I don't recall exactly what was said.
Then if you don't recall, then I don't know how to take the point, Springfield, because here's the thing.
Yeah.
How you know that it wasn't something said sotto voce that was insulting, that him say, well, me nah sit down in here while you said that about my wife and how you know it's not something like that happened?
You see, there you go again.
No. Because remember now, hold on, man, hold on. No. If it is that the dynamic of husband and wife in the parliament, and something is said regarding the job that is tough and highly critical, that's fine. But when it goes outside of professionalism, outside of decency, anybody can react anyway. And if that's what caused him to walk out, you have to give him make that concession to him, because guess what? Even if she were not his wife and she was just a female member of the party, and them say something nasty about her, they just sit down and take it just the same. So you're saying that the fact of she being his wife, whatever is said, he will be thin-skinned if he walks out having heard it? No, sir. There are more nuances than that, sir. Because you remember, Holness and Juliet, the two Holnesses have been in the house since when together? Since 2016, not true? Hold on, since 2016. Good. How many parliamentary sittings have they been in together, and how many times has he walked out? One time. So how can you use one time walkout as evidence of thin skin?
But is the indication?
No, man, but I'm saying that the weight of evidence, Springfield, is against you, because you are saying to me that after scores, if not hundreds of sittings together, and him walk out one time, that one time is evidence of thin skin.
No, that is not here or there.
No, but you make the argument in this, you can't say it no here or there when we defeat the argument, Springfield.
No, I am not defeating it. I am saying what is said. No, that is not here, not there.
Yeah.
Because I am saying, right, if there is an issue.
Here we do. See if you can't call him back. I have to take the break and the man playing the music. Alright, so unfortunately the party, I have to run. Sorry, man. Yeah, man. To be continued, my friend. To be continued.
You're listening to Nationwide 90 FM. The time is
8:28.
Fontana Pharmacy has a wide variety of items from pharmaceuticals, household, cosmetics, toys, and more. The Temperature by Fontana Pharmacy. It's all good inside is
28 degrees Celsius in Kingston, 29 degrees Celsius in Montego Bay, 25 degrees Celsius in Mandeville.
For 25 years, Digicel has been keeping Jamaica better connected. From late night calls to the texts, clicks, and moments that keep us close. Celebrating 25 years. Digicel, powered by you, connected by us.
The Philharmonic Orchestra of Jamaica presents Encore, a harmonic reawakening, captivating music from the classical masters, movies, and our homeland. Saturday, May 16 and Sunday, May 17 at the Little Theatre. Conductor Franklin E. Halliburton, guest soloist Sashika Brown. Tickets $5,000 pre-sold, $6,000 at the gate. Reserved box seats $7,500. Tickets at Fontana Pharmacy, Waterloo, and Sovereign, and the Music Mart. The Philharmonic Orchestra of Jamaica in concert, May 16 and 17 at the Little Theatre.
We can light up your world with the rays of the sun, putting pure energy in the palm of your hand.
For over 20 years, Fosrich has been putting a world of energy in your hands. Now we bring you big savings with our line of solar energy products and LED lighting. Financing now available for all your home and commercial retrofit projects. Consult with our in-house staff or certified professional engineers for all your electrical needs. Fosrich lifestyle. It's electric. Fosrich, your energy world.
Digicel makes it easy. Surprise mom with a new Samsung device starting as low as $12,000 plus tax. Visit your nearest Digicel store today. Digicel, powered by you, connected by us.
8:32. 8:32. Violet, good morning.
Good morning, George. Master George, my friend. How you do? Listen to me. Me having me nice breakfast this morning, and me very upset. Like me never want the breakfast again.
Lord of mercy.
Why you wasting time with people who not have discipline, respect? Not nothing about them. You know, say how to hold up their head now. Have now hold on their head again. Me Master George, no waste time with them. There's something there. Because the man, charity begins at home and it ends abroad. That's the whole time people use it. I mean, all time people.
Yeah.
Listen to people and see where they're coming from and what they're saying. They not have no training. They not get no charity begins. That you came out, you hear them come up public, come be, I saw them be over there yet. Now I said me upset this morning bad with you. You should have dismissed the man long time. They think about his business. Him too out of order. You're not training in a product.
No, man. No, man. But you see, he raises a point, and it is my duty to engage him. You know, he has his point. He justified his point. So I was the reason with him now to show him another perspective, and nothing wrong with that, Mom.
But
you know?
But him not accept it. Him just say you waste time. You can't change him, you know. It done in him, the bad blood. So you know, all time people used to say again, the Bible said, parents of the sour grape and set the picnic them teeth by edge. Yeah. And it's exactly what is happening to what you is taking place with him and whoever he might take up for.
You know, I hear you, Mom. I hear, but you know, I have to reason with him because, as I said, him put him point on the table, and you know, it was just to show him that, boy, perhaps the way you see it is not the way it is, and that's part of the job, Mom.
Yes, Master, me hear it, but me still not hear me vex. Me I tell you,
we can't hear see your vex, but go.
Decent people listening and not even like him. Decent people listening.
I'm not calling him but. You know, it's how you see. You see, you have your opinion. I'm not telling you that your opinion is wrong, and I'm reasoning with you. So I saw it come home. All right.
Yes, brother.
All right. You too. And enjoy your breakfast.
Tell Sana the lady will like her, and you in the morning say holy.
All right.
I'm listening to you. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Have a good morning.
You know.
Listen.
Go ahead.
The House Speaker, George, doesn't need any protection. This is not the House of Prime Minister.
This is the House of Wholeness.
It's not the House of the Wholeness. This is the House of Representatives. Yes. The House Speaker was elected to be House Speaker. She needs no protection. As a matter of fact, if you're watching Juliet Holness over the time that she's been sitting in that chair, does she look like she needs the protection of her husband or anybody else? No. She doesn't.
And, you know, for those who say, well, I have to lead my wife, and if I tell my wife not to do this, she'll do that, and she has to obey or whatever it is. Well, that's fine. You and your wife dynamic. Yeah, I do things a little differently. But if you want to lay down the law like that and she must follow, then fine. The parliament, though, is different from your yard.
Yeah.
And you can't compare how you live your life at your yard with your wife to how a husband and wife dynamic should work in the parliament. And the fact is this: if you say that Andrew Holness should tell Juliet to not be speaker and she must resign as a speaker because people are going to say something about her that disrespectful and no man should sit and allow that to happen. So if she sits as an MP and somebody across the floor, knowing that that is Andrew Holness's trigger, says something about her, we must tell her to resign as MP too.
Yeah.
And if she goes anywhere, anybody said nothing disrespectful or type anything disrespectful or post anything disrespectful, what must he do? Find the person and bludgeon them to death? Don't you see that what is at play here is an attempt to destabilize that dynamic, to say, listen, let us see if we can be as insulting as possible, because at some point it must break. We are going to bait him into saying or doing something that we can say, look at a prime minister behaving this way. Look at you know.
And listen, George, any decent man in the House, if something is said about the speaker, it's going to affect your sensibilities, whether or not you're the prime minister or another male member of parliament in the House. So I think it should be singled out to say, because the prime minister is the speaker's husband.
And look, in life, we like to use our circumstances and compare them, contrast them to somebody else in another circumstance, and we like to find commonalities. What is true is only a handful of people have been prime minister in this country, and a handful of people have been speaker. There have been hundreds of thousands of married couples in the history of Jamaica, or not millions, hundreds of thousands of married couples in the history of Jamaica who have never had the experience of being in the House of Representatives, okay? So you can't compare what happens in your yard and how you run your yard to how parliamentary dynamic goes. It's as simple as that, yeah? And in the House, Andrew Holness is not Julius Holness's husband. He's a leader he's the prime minister. He is an MP in the JLP, and so is she. Them should have no special favors because of them husband and wife dynamic, and they should just be people who are members of the same party, and she happens to sit in the speaker's chair. Outside the parliament, all of the considerations apply about man and woman dynamic, but that is all it is. Simple as that.
Rebuild with standards, rebuild with confidence. Test your blocks, concrete, cement, aggregates, and other building materials at the Bureau of Standards Jamaica. The BSJ, building a nation, test by test. The time by the BSJ is
8:38.
For 25 years, Digicel has been keeping Jamaica better connected. From late night calls to the texts, clicks, and moments that keep us close. Celebrating 25 years. Digicel, powered by you, connected by us.
The Mini High Five promotion is back. With models starting at $7.8 million. You can get 50% off processing fees, $50,000 cash back, $50,000 for insurance, a free mini carry-on, and 5 gas refills on us. All purchases include complimentary tinting and a 3-year service and warranty package. 5 deals for your next Mini. Visit us in Kingston or Montego Bay today. Terms and conditions apply.
The following safety tip is brought to you by Ministry of National Security. Do not wait until it is too late. Save emergency numbers like 119 and 110 so you are prepared in any urgent situation. Remember, your safety is your responsibility. The preceding safety tip was brought to you by Ministry of National Security.
We can light up your world with the rays of the sun, putting pure energy in the palm of your hand.
For over 20 years, Fosrich has been putting a world of energy in your hands. Now we bring you big savings with our line of solar energy products and LED lighting. Financing now available for all your home and commercial retrofit projects. Consult with our in-house staff or certified professional engineers for all your electrical needs. Fosrich lifestyle. It's electric. Fosrich, your energy world.
For 25 years, Digicel has been keeping Jamaica better connected. From late night calls to the texts, clicks, and moments that keep us close.
Hi, babes.
A network built in Jamaica for Jamaicans. But connection has never been just about the network. It's about the people behind every hello.
Yo, my general. Wagwan.
Celebrating 25 years. Digicel, powered by you, connected by us.
Welcome back to Nationwide this morning. Let me see. There is a piece of communication I'm getting just now from. I'm just trying to. Oh, it's a notification from catering company that provides services to a government office, and it says I leave the company out, and damage people's trade. It says this letter serves to advise of an upcoming price adjustment to a few of our products effective Monday, May 11, 2026. It says this price adjustment is a result of the recent changes in the economic climate, specifically the introduction of a government tax on sweetened beverages, the increase in environmental protection levy, and the rising global fuel prices, which have significantly impacted our suppliers and supply chain. Several of our major suppliers, inclusive of Jamaica Broilers, Wisinko Group, Juicy Patties, and Tasty Limited, have recently implemented price increases ranging from 5 to 18%. It says, typically, this company aims to maintain our prices for the full academic year in an effort to assist students and parents in managing their lunch budget. So I just gave away that it's a education institution under the government's umbrella. Anyway, it says, however, the scale of these current increases have created an unsustainable situation at our current price structure. As such, price adjustments will be made to the following products effective Monday, May 11. So, the things that they've increased: bottled juice up, orange juice price up, box juice price up, Powerade price up, milk, box milk price up, eggnog price up, beef patty up, cheese patty up, chicken patty up, chicken cheese patty up, and cocoa bread up. So yesterday I spoke on Cliffuse Online about the cascading effect of the situation in the Middle East and the the cascading effect of the situation in the Middle East as it regards price increases, and how these have slowly begun to take grip. And this is going to be a very, very tough period for Jamaicans. You hear the transport operators say that their 16% increase, which they've been due for some time and which they've been patiently waiting for, that they need it to survive. You hear the Gasoline Retailers Association speak daily about their margins being eroded, or their margins gone. And for the next few weeks, we don't know how long at least, we are all under the gun. And it's going to be a very, very difficult time. Cost of living getting higher and higher and higher. And it's the daily lament. Yeah? The cost of living is through the roof. And so we spend a lot of time talking about some things that, are really for the birds. But families are going to have to come together to decide, how do we weather this storm? How do we go through this tough period? Can't be business as usual, because things are just so expensive. Sometimes, you're the home and you feel that boy that take a drive out. You have to think twice. You don't have a drive for a couple of hours and come back. Really? Loading up a plate of food and throwing away half of it, and those of you who say, boy, you don't eat leftovers, yeah? You're going to have to make some adjustments to survive. Anyway, King, birthday time. Let's go.
Decorate like a designer with BH Paints. The time brought to you by BH Paints is
8:46.
For my mama, where would I be, Lord? Where would I be? Where would I be without my mama? Mommy, me love you, there's nothing I'd put above you. No house, nor no girl, nor no car. Stand firm in all my life, nothing about you. From a barn, me and you are par. Mommy, I'm a princess. Mommy, I'm a dan. First lady in my life, a girl I'm be understand. Special dedication to the big woman. From your love, your mama made me see your hand. So bust a blank for your mama, lighter for your mama. Selector, you better pull up the one you for your mama. Proud of your mama, sing loud for your mama. Yeah, I make sure know you're happy. She bring you come here. From your heart, tell me sing this one. From your love, your mama like this man. There's no one like my mama, no, no. Mama never had it easy at times. She cries, sometimes she cries. Many days I don't know how we survive. She said, no worry, it will be fine. We held on cause of mama's teachings. And in the scripture she placed her beliefs in. Real thing, If I never mama, I wouldn't believe it. So bust a blank for your mama, lighter for your mama. Selector, you better pull up the one you for your mama. Proud of your mama, sing loud for your mama. Yeah, I make sure know you're happy. She bring you come here. From your heart, tell me sing this one. From your love your mama like this man. There's no one like my mama, no. Hey yo, how come my mama this year? How come my mama this year? We get my first and my last, yes, all of this. How come my mama this year? How come my mama this? Anything you want get this, I promise. So anything you want,
hey,
anything you try, anything you need, mama the pray for God.
For my mama,
I this a reggae son for
mama the cry. Gonna keep you by the belt so high.
Reaching out to all the mothers in the world. Sometimes it's just the way things are to be, yeah.
Thank you, mama, for the 9 months you carried me through. All those pain and suffering. No one knows the pressure you bear, just only you. Give you all my love, oh yeah. Thank you, mama, for the 9 months you carried me through. All those pain and suffering. No one knows the pressure you bear, just only you. It's my words and my tongue. Mama, I will never let you down. I'll never go away. I'll always be around. You know why you do it, such love that you found. I'm always gonna let you wear that crown. Through the roughest of times, you maintain your calm towards your only end, while sheltering me from the storm. And when it's cold, you wrap me in a towel so warm. Oh my, I'm so glad I was born. Thank you, mama, for the 9 months you carried me through. All those pain and suffering. No one knows the pressure you bear, just only you. Give you all my love, oh yeah. Well, thank you, mama, for the 9 months you carried me through. All those pain and suffering. No one knows the pressure you bear, just only you. This is my word. I'm gonna make you so proud. Such good son you have. You're the one who teaches me all the good from.
All right. So we already acknowledged the Tracy Pringle from Guardian Life, ardent evident listener earlier. Birthday time now. Nadine Forbes celebrates her special day today. Greetings are coming to you. Well, happy birthday to you, Nadine Forbes. Greetings are coming from your friends, your family, and all the members of your Scotia Insurance family. Nadine Forbes, a lot of people sending birthday greetings to you on this day. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Lorna Gordon Elliott. Today is your birthday. Family, friends, sending happy birthday greetings to you, Lorna Gordon Elliott, especially your daughter on this, your very special day. So happy birthday to you, Lorna. Greetings, weekend birthdays. There's a long list. Dr. Arnold Kelly, Miss Adeline Smith from Savannah Lamar, Gregory Davey from Falmouth, Lorna Clark Andrews from Savannah Lamar, Valerie Grant in Florida, Yvonne Harvey Foote in Sav, Milton Miles JP in Sav, Kenute Shetlewood at the Falmouth Library, Polly Spence in Sav, retired DSP Alton Lloyd Spencer Jr. III. Alton Lloyd Spencer Jr. III, retired DSP from St. Mary and the USA. Dr. Donnet Morris Bryant from Lucy, Pastor Omar Oliphant, Pastor Cyril Marlon Freighter from Mobay, Kevin Doty from Sav. All these greetings coming from Sergeant Wayne Wallace in Trelawney. Birthday greetings going out to Sean's Law, Michael Dunkley, Shanice Nelson, Conroy Sanderson, and Anthony Wright. Also birthday greeting to one Bununus aunt, Gwendolyn Crow in Hatfield, Manchester, wishing you God's continued grace and blessings. The family loves and admires your strength and resilience. They celebrate today with you your birthday, and they'll celebrate the rest of the month, they say. Greetings coming from all your remaining siblings, your friends, your neighbors, and especially the battalion of nieces and nephews, especially Donita, Lynette, Garth, Latoya, Matthew, and Ringo. We love you, Auntie Gwen. And then happy birthday to cousin Verol Boucher of Chudley Path, Manchester and Canada. Wishing him a splendid birthday and God's continued blessings and successes. Greetings coming from your wife Gloria, your mother Esmond, all your siblings, your nieces, nephews, and cousins, especially the birthday girl. Donita? Yeah? So, Veral, they love you. They love you very much. They love you very much. Your family in Chudley Path, Manchester, and of course, Canada. Let me look in the chat and see if I see any. Noel Reed says, please say happy birthday to our father, George Reed, right here in Mapen, Clarendon, wishing him enough love, long life, and great health. There's a community in Manchester called George Reed. Not true? Yeah. Anyway, George Reed, your family in Mapen, Clarendon, sending happy birthday greetings to you on this day. Sir George, all the best to you. Kino Sayeni says, please say happy Mother's Day to Mrs. Sylvina Ward in Richmond, Manchester, from your daughter, Kino. I love you with all my heart. I hope it's, I think it's Kino, right. So this lady named Kino, daughter of Mrs. Sylvina Ward in Richmond, Manchester, sending happy Mother's Day greetings to her mother in advance and saying that, Mom, love you with all my heart. Rasta Rock Jamaican says, Mother's Day greetings to my independent wife, Anise. Thank you for being an awesome mom to our kids. Alex Smith says, help me wish my mother an extremely extraordinary birthday. Muriel Berry, aka Samantha, from Chalky Hill in St. Anne. So Muriel Berry, aka Samantha, from Chalky Hill in St. Anne. Your son, Alex Smith, sending birthday greetings to you. Dainty Griffiths, celebrating her birthday today. Linda Ming sending a birthday shout out to Dainty Griffiths. Happy birthday to you, Dainty. Linda says you should stay blessed. Yeah? Ernita Reed also sending greetings to Dainty Griffiths as well. So Dainty rather popular in the chat this morning. And then Dainty says, my name is Dainty and tomorrow is my birthday. So Dainty, you're getting birthday shouts, you know, where you had to put it in for yourself. I like that. Just to make sure. Alright, so happy birthday to you, Dainty. Veron Jack Spinnock says, happy birthday greetings to David McLaren of Sandshore, Manchiniel in Portland. Have a great day, David. David McLaren, Sandshore, Manchiniel in Portland. Veron Jack Spinnock sending happy birthday greetings to you. She was wishing you a great day. Hermin Hyatt says, George, peace and happy Mother's Day to Mrs. Juliet Holness and to my sisters and the sisters-in-law. And she wishes that you enjoy your day. So says the lovely Hermin Hyatt. Greetings, birthday greetings to Mrs. Juliet Holness and to her sisters and sisters-in-law. Mary Gold says, happy birthday to you, Javane Robb, from your parents, your grandmother, your brothers, sisters, and parents. So Javane Robb, happy birthday to you, coming from Mary Gold Weber, your parents, your grandmother, your brothers, your sisters, and of course, the parents. Delia Shirley says, George, please wish happy Mother's Day to my beautiful mom, Mavis Blackwood from Kellits in Clarendon. Lots of love, wishing I was there to pamper you personally. So Miss Mavis Blackwood, Kellits, Clarendon, the daughter, Delia Shirley, who's in cold foreign, says she wishes she was here to pamper you personally, but still sending happy Mother's Day greetings for you in advance. Loxley Thomas says, happiest of birthday to a co-worker, Simone Mirage, when it comes on May 10. All the best on your special day and also a wonderful Mother's Day. He says she's a great mother to her kids. So Simone Mirage, Loxley Thomas sending birthday greetings to you ahead of time. May 10 is your birthday. Happy birthday when it comes. And happy Mother's Day he's wishing as well. He says you're a great mother to the kids. Happy Mother's Day going out to Carlene Smith. Carlene, wishing you happy Mother's Day when it comes, yeah? And you deserve the best. Joseph Dawkins says, happy birthday and happy Mother's Day to Amoy Dawkins from your son, yeah? Amoy Dawkins, your son, sending combined greetings to you for your birthday and of course for Mother's Day in advance.
To love and care for me when skies were gray. Whenever I was down, you were always
Nicole
there.
Whitaker says happy birthday to me. So Nicole Walker is celebrating her birthday. Happy birthday to you, Nicole. All the best. Listen, okay?
You will always be the girl in my life for all time. Mama, you know I love you.
I won't say. So King says, happy Mother's Day in advance to his two mothers. Yes, Beryl Ritchie and Gloria Charles. You sure? Honorary Lurleen Brahma. Honorary greetings to Lurleen Brahma and Daphne Hamilton. You're certain, sir? All right, sir. Have a good day. Have a good one. So all those 4 ladies, King sending happy Mother's Day greetings to you. And his wife, of course, Dr. Patrice King. Yeah? Dr. Patrice. You're sure? You're sure? You're all right, cool. I won't say what happened. Juliet Sanchez says, George, I don't see my Mother's Day wish. No, Juliet, wait there. Tell me, no, man. Let me see if I see it. I'm going to go far. Remember, say I'm me alone around after thinking. I don't know how Tana do it. Oh, yeah. She says, happy Mother's Day to Mommy Veronica Mayer. So, Veronica Mayer, your lovely daughter Juliet, says, happy Mother's Day greetings to you, right? VM, Veronica Mayer, the daughter, JS, Juliet Sanchez, sending happy Mother's Day greetings to you. Tanisha Smile says, George, tell my mommy Jennifer French, aka Pet, happy Mother's Day. Please tell her I love her forever. So Tanisha Smile first says her mother, Jennifer French, aka Pet, is deserving of Mother's Day greetings and that she loves her forever. Loxley says, happiest of Earth Strong to my brother-in-law Andrew Cramo Hope, celebrating his day today. So Cramo, happy birthday to you, man. Your brother-in-law of Loxley Thomas, must be a good man. So all the best to you, Andrew Cramo Hope. That's the time? That's the time. So on behalf of Tana, who had to step out for an assignment, him says one more. Happy Mother's Day greetings to my mom, Raquel Rowe, coming from son Orville. He says he loves you, Raquel Rowe, your sonny boy, Orville, sending Mother's Day greetings to you in advance. That's my time on behalf of Tana Thomas, Michelle McRae Smith, Kimaun Thompson, and Jermaine King, who the lady them confuse him. Yeah, I just say as much as that. Yeah. Carlene Heslop says, George, please read mine. See it up the top. Lord of mercy. Hold on, I'm seeing if I can scrub and find it. Carlene Heslop. Lord Carlene. Please send birthday greetings to my daughter, Chevelle Wilson. She works at the Portmore Tax Office. Coming from your siblings, your daughter, and from Dwayne. So, Chevelle Wilson, your mommy, Carlene Heslop, begged me not to leave out your birthday, and I didn't. So, over there at the Portmore Tax Office, your siblings, your daughter, and Dwayne, sending happy birthday to you today, Chevelle Wilson. All the best, and Mother's Day will be greater, I hear. All right, that's it for this morning. Good morning and good luck, I guess.
Just heard Nationwide this morning on Nationwide 90 FM.
When I was young, me and my mama had beef, 17 years old, kicked out on the streets. Though back at the time, I never thought I'd see her face. Ain't a woman alive that could take my mama's place. Suspended from school, I'm scared to go home. I was a fool with the big boys breaking all the rules. Shed tears with my baby sister. Over the years, we was poorer than other little kids. And even though we had different daddies, the same drama when things went wrong, we blame my mama. I reminisce on the stress I caused. It was hell, hugging on my mama from a jail cell. And who thinking elementary? Hey, I see the penitentiary.
It's time for Hot Listings, Nationwide 90 FM's on-air classifieds, made for quick ads and fast results.
Buy or sell properties in Jamaica with Sophia Earl, trusted real estate agent with Keller Williams Jamaica. WhatsApp 876-337-9825. That's 876-337-9825.
That was Hot Listings on Nationwide 90 FM. Listings start